Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the QLads channel. We are back for another match of Super Rugby Pacific. This one, the Hurricanes will be away from home, taking on MOANA Pasifika, and that is a side at the moment that need a victory. Simple as that. The way that the table sits now, this isn't quite as updated as it could be. This is actually what it was like at the start of the round. So we've seen the Crusaders build themselves up to third. We've seen the Chiefs get themselves another victory. We've also seen the Highlanders be able to overtake a few sides and now actually find themselves sitting in 8th place for the Super Rugby competition. But now this game is going to be a hard-hitting one. We've seen MOANA Pasifika have some great moments throughout this season. Even though they only sit on 2 points, they've received 2 losing bonus points for being 7 points or less behind their opposition. They're a tough outfit, and I do hope that they start succeeding in Super Rugby Pacific very soon. This is their side. It will be Pole, Mole, and also Asamoah in the front row. Sam Slade and Mike McKee as the locks. Funaki, Anisi, and Matanga as the loose forward trio. Then it is Eritare Inori, Christian Leliafano, Henry Taifu, Levi Amua, Tuatavuki out on one wing, Whainanoku out on the other, and William Havili slotting in at fullback. The reason I read that off so quickly is because the game has just kicked off, ladies and gentlemen. This game between MOANA Pasifika and the Hurricanes. I'll start talking a little bit slower. Devon Flanders for the Hurricanes. And that ball up, we will go through their starting lineup very soon, including a big change for them, which is Geordie Barrett, nowhere to be seen in their side. In fact, we will look at that right now. Numia Asafa Moyes bringing up his 50th cap for the Hurricanes, and Owen Franks, the experienced veteran, there at number 3. Dom Bird and Isaiah Wukaliawere going to be the locks for this game. Flanders, Lakai, and Savia. So Lakai getting the opportunity in that loose forward trio, which will be quite awesome to see. But currently going to be hit up once again by Latiro Tole. Drop back into the pocket to Christian Leliafano. I should mention the MOANA Pacificans. They did kick off this game. Nicely taken by Salisi Reasi, who finds himself over on the left wing for this match alongside Kanina Holo, playing at 14 after a successful game last week. Gets himself another start alongside Roy Guard, Cameron Proctor, Sullivan, and Josh Morby, the rest of the Hurricanes backline. Also go the Canes. I came from WWE. There's Kristen there, and let's go MOANA and Geordie Barrett absent due to Melbourne Storm. There's Nate. Yeah, he was having a bit of training in the NRL, which is interesting enough. And 31 for 4 now with Sri Lanka. Yeah, they're struggling a little bit. A few early wickets falling, including that early run out, which just didn't need to happen for the Sri Lankans. And interesting that the Canes are playing in black. There's Novmum there. Yeah, I guess it was. Well, I don't think the colours so much clash. They just decided since they're away, I guess they have to play in that away. And saw Geordie Barrett over with the Storm this week. Watch the space. He might get snapped up by the NRL, depending on when his Hurricanes contract does end up ending. I do see that we've got Anisi down at the moment. Went for the big tackle one. Unfortunately, ended up just knee on knee, I believe that is. So might just be a bit of a stinger. Hopefully, he will be all right. Hurricanes will be far too strong, says Christopher. Just losing the only one game of their Super Rugby Pacific season so far. And the big thing is, if they win this game, like I mentioned, the Crusaders have overtaken them currently as we sit. If the Hurricanes win this game and they win it with a bonus point, they will go ahead of the Brumbies, who were defeated in their game up against the Crusaders. So they can find themselves in second place at the end of this round. Of course, that's dependent on what happens in the Blues game as well, but they should be ahead of them as long as the Hurricanes get themselves the victory here. And Aholo going 3 times. He's a great player, Kanina Holo. Looks like Anisi trying to run this one off. Still not looking flash, though, so Aaron Major has to make a very early change. That is going to be Miracle Fangalali. Or sorry, Miracle Failangi? Is it Failangi? Miracle Failangi, I think it is. Failangi. It's got the extra E in there as well, but the ball sits up favorably for Billy Proctor. Hurricanes back in position, 40 meters out from their line in Sri Lanka. There's Danny there, and I've got myself some crumb snapper with tartar sauce. Tartar sauce. I've never actually tried snapper, I don't think, or tartar sauce, to be fair. I've only ever had, what have I had? I've had elephant fish, I've had tuna, I've had salmon, trout. That might be about it. Blue cod. Blue cod's quite nice. Kicking behind from MOANA Pasifika. It didn't quite work out after that bounce to go straight up. Who I thought it was Billy Proctor, but looked a little bit like Balin Sullivan at number 13. To be honest, I saw Geordie Barrett training with the Storm boys. Nuzzy Williams, Imagine Geordie at the Storm, and Shipley on a hat trick. Says it bats a blaze of 5 wickets now. Yeah, so it looks like that game could be over relatively quickly. We might get a visit from one of my parents later on in the live stream. Now, Isaiah Wakaliwari does nicely there. Back across Roy Gard. Goes to Brett Cameron. This is great work from the Hurricanes, just making a few extra meters in the process. Savia inside ball to a Safa Moore. No, he didn't find the pass. Instead, it's a knock on. Richard moving to 4th on the ladder. Says Christopher, that is true. They will have the game up against the Rebels. No advantage. And they're going right back for the scrum now. But Adi Savia, if he had found that pass to a Safa Moore, perhaps Moore could have brought up his first try of the match in his 50th game. It just stuck to his hands and then just slipped out. You can see the frustration from the big man. And yep, wicket is confirmed, says Pads Ablaze. I wonder if I can get it up here. I won't do it on Spark because I know that my parents are watching the cricket on Spark Sports. So I don't want to stop them from being able to watch it. But what I might do is I'll see whether or not the TAB are showing it live. And then I can give you guys a few updates throughout the match as well. That is, of course, for New Zealand versus Sri Lanka. Anyone wondering about that? Where are they? There's New Zealand versus Sri Lanka. Do they have the live match? No, they don't. Okay, that's all right. We'll close that one again. But a lot of early wickets falling. And you can watch it on Spark. I could, but my parents are also using Spark Sports, so I don't want it to kick them off. Bloody Geordie wasting his time with those tosses instead of putting in the effort for the Canes. There's Sebastian. I'm surprised the Hurricanes were like, yeah, you can go do it. Like, surely if Geordie Barrett was like, hey, I'm going to take the week off because I want to go train a bit of NRL, the Hurricanes, I would have thought they'd be able to say, no, you're playing. But I don't know what his contract says. Maybe it just says he can kind of go about, do what he wants to do, go to the MCG for the Boxing Day test, get kicked out. It's like he did the other year. That's going to be a knock on the ground from the Hurricanes. Proctor's playing 12, Balin Sullivan at 13, and that was Lakai who ended up dropping that one. You know, you can play Spark on more than one device. I know that it sometimes kicks them off the TV, though, if I have it on my PC. But Aussie Snapper, Hamish, or Murray Cod. See, I haven't tried Murray Cod. I've tried Blue Cod. I haven't tried any Snapper. I'd love to catch a Snapper, though. And yeah, mind you, don't think any NRL club, but Dodgy Roosters can match his rugby salary. Although the rumours of Suoliti coming to Union in 2025, so to see Riley play because he is my friend. He's gonna, so hopefully your friend Riley does end up going all right. Hurricanes should have this, but I'm still support the Moana. Let's go. And I heard all ABs get 2 weeks off from this footy comp. I guess Geordie, it's interesting that he decided to take his week off by playing more rugby. And it doesn't have done it. There's Better Blaze, but it is going to be a penalty now to the Hurricanes once again. Now, this is about 35 metres out straight out in front. Should have a decent crack of getting this one over. And then losers from the north are the Sons of the Storm. Here's Nate. They rolled off the tongue really easy for what it was. Well, Sebastian, hope you are also enjoying a bit of the URC. Question. Are Romania, I know that they had a few internationals not too long ago. Are they still playing? Or are they currently in a break? And not intended as a knock-on, the Moana Pasifika, but had the opponents been any of the Kiwi teams, they would have let him go. Says Sebastian. Yeah. It's an interesting one because you'd assume that if they've got their games off, they can pick what games they want to miss. So maybe Geordie Barrett was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I want to go overseas, have a bit of time in Oz. I wonder if it will be back next week, though, or whether he's going to do it as 2 separate ones. And also, we have got their Google Live cricket score. There's Justin, I'm sure Paddy will give us the updates throughout on the Black Cats 35 for 5. So, yeah, it's currently doing very well in that ODI. Now back across Brett Cameron, 5 metres out from the line. Now the Hurricanes with another penalty advantage. There's someone. They could end up going to the bin depending on how many times they do infringe. Nice wide pass. Kenny Naholo inside ball, and it's going to be Josh Morby. He does get the first try of the match for the Hurricanes in the 7th minute. Running it in, the fullback. And there's always been a relationship between some league teams and rugby union teams. And New Zealand cricket showing class like the teams in the 80s and the 90s, says Christopher. See, that's the thing. The young guy, I've forgotten his name currently. What's his face? The one who was on the hat trick one moment. Shipley. That's the name I was looking for. It's like he's going to be a decent fella for them in the future. And Sri Lanka are really wanting to give wickets. And Romania playing the Rugby Europe Championship, which has recently ended. We had Georgia versus Portugal in the gold medal final, and Romania won the bronze medal against Spain. See, I knew they were playing recently. I wasn't sure how long their games went for. I think, to be honest, Romania. Who have they got in their group? They got England, I think. Maybe is that the group that they're in? I'm going to have a Google. Rugby World Cup 2023 groups. There we got live poll that we did in like 2020, wasn't it? That they decided to do that one. Okay, that's not the one that I want because that's the wrong draw. Like Romania, they're in pool B. Oh, they got the pool. They got a bad pool, unfortunately. I thought they were in a group that if they were going decently in current form, maybe they had a decent chance. And then I just looked and it's South Africa, Ireland, Scotland, and then you got Tonga who are just gonna smack you around a little bit. But I think Romania will try and smack them around a bit back, which is good. But yeah, not the best, not the best group. Sorry. Unfortunately, that's going to be kicked deep. Kenny Naholo takes it inside of his 22 now, trying to charge it back, but good tackle made on him by Samuel Slade. I think Katoa playing for Tonga. Says Justin, I just hope he doesn't get injured. We saw, what was it? It was Israel Folau, Charles Piutau, and Malakai Fekatoa all getting injured in their first Tongan game. So that's not what they want. Definitely if they're bringing in those big players, probably paying them good money as well to get in there. Geez, I only woke up now. Morning, you lads and rugby rockers. Moana get that first one like last year, and every ball something happens. Says Beds the Blaze and Hurricanes now also starting to get moving. Going to be a tough match, says Ruth. I do hope Moana do fight well in this contest. At the end of the day, they need a good performance just to help build that momentum. That ball's gone backwards. In fact, it's a knock on against the Hurricanes. Now it's going to be Eritara Inery. Goes across to Letero Tole. Good break. Nice run from, I believe it was Mike McKee, actually playing at number 5, the Cook Islands representative. Doesn't get many internationals, mainly because he plays for the Cook Islands. They did actually have their Rugby World Cup qualifiers, though, not too long ago, up against the Tongans. What is Sri Lanka doing? My God. There's Beds of Blaze. And Isaac, good morning, Ruth. There's Sebastian there as well. Speaking of mornings, we've got a nice early morning Bulls versus Ulster match that is going to be coming up in the near future. Now, nice run forward from what's actually Christian Leliafano. You don't often see him breaking the line, but Levi Moore, you don't often see him going to the boot, but it's worked out nicely, taken there near the wing for Tima Whainanoku. Ball, is it available? Well, yes, it was, so they're going to be going back for the penalty, and if teams give their best, no shame. Got to get out there and kick it into touch. And a try says Justin. So some sort of injury here for Anzelo Tuatavuki. All the blood coming out the nose. They were actually checking his head more, but now it looks like the nose maybe ended up. How do you fix that? How do you stop it from dripping with blood? Like a tap, you got to try and turn it off. Currently at 37 for 5 after 11.1. Yes, so very good bowling from the Black Caps. It was nicely taken by Tima Whainanoku. Just looking for the injury of Tuatavuki. Oh, yeah, it was there. It was the knee to the face. They don't feel nice, I can tell you that. Trying to stop the bleeding. Looks like he wants to continue and hold on. Geordie and coaching staff must strategically pick this week off because they assumed easy win against Moana. So if they lose this game, they'll look like silly gooses, won't they? Or silly geese, of course. That was one thing I did throughout that Leinster Stormers preview. I actually edited a picture of a goose onto my head. I don't know why. That seemed to be like the 1 a.m. editing style of just stick a goose picture on my forehead. And now it's going to be the advantage to Moana Pasifika again. Penalty goes their way. And they have the chance of adding 3 points if they want it. I think they've got to go for the corner, though. After 5 cups of sweet tea, I'm ready for a nuclear explosion. No. I think the nuclear explosion, do I say it? We all know where the nuclear explosion is going to happen if you've had 5 cups of tea. But it's just a waiting game. And Leinster might have sent the easiest team to face the Stormers. How that match ended in a draw, I'll never know. Furthermore, Leinster got a try bonus point. Stormers didn't, says Sebastian. So, yeah, they walk away from that game with actually 3 points in the end, which is it's not bad. It's pretty much a win, isn't it? So, it's weird because is the winning streak still going? Because they've drawn. Like, they haven't lost, but, like, does it count? Like, there's 16 games in a row without losing. But I think the winning streak's over, isn't it? Because it was a draw. It's hard to tell. Depends on who you talk to, probably. But the Stormers had all the opportunities in the world to be able to win that game, but so did Leinster. I think both sides just let it slip through and gone up for LBW and draw ends a winning streak. I thought so. So yeah, I guess my title of "Can the Stormers End the Leinster Winning Streak?" Kinda correct. But normally when I predict things, it's really wrong. So I guess that's why it ended in a draw because I made a video saying that it could be a good chance for the Stormers to win. I mean, a knock on, said Scrum. And they couldn't even care about this game. The Paddies are still boasting about their Grand Slams, says Sebastian. Yeah, they are absolutely loving it. Did the Irish under 20s win the Grands, or not the Grand Slam? Under 26 nations. Ireland did win their last game. So, yeah, Ireland did the Grand Slam in the under 20s as well. So they are pretty happy at the moment, you would think. On top of the world, they just have to get through that quarterfinal. It's the main thing. Or get to the quarterfinal. Which one is it for Ireland that they haven't gone past? They've never got to a semi-final, have they? Have they been to a quarterfinal? And Geordie Barrett, he's quite a lethal weapon. What happened to Mel Gibson? Wet raining here, everything. That's out of nowhere, Roof, about Mel Gibson. It's covered in water. My backyard looks like a swimming pool now. I always feel like I'd love to have a canoe or a kayak when it's real wet. Because, like, when it gets real wet, our front yard gets, like, this much water on it. And I'm like, I want to kayak that. It wouldn't work, but it's something that looks tempting. Now, Eddie Tata Emery going off to the side. I don't even kayak either. I don't own a kayak. I've been kayaking, I think, once in my life. I want to do it again, though. It's quite fun. Not out by just, says Padza. What is Mel Gibson doing? I can't even, other than Braveheart, I don't think I can name you another Mel Gibson movie off the top of my head, which is bad because he's done a lot. What else has Mel Gibson been in? Other than In Trouble for his drinking, wasn't it? It's going to be an advantage for Moana Pacifica. They get themselves the penalty again. If the Hurricanes win with the bonus point, where we sit on the table, they will be sitting in second place. So this is the table before this week's action has taken place. So currently the Crusaders have advanced above Hurricanes, so the Hurricanes are in fourth. But if they win this game, even without the bonus point, they will promote themselves to second place. But they can't go above the Chiefs, as the Chiefs are currently 5 from 5. Has a canoe and a little paddle on the street with the Auckland flood, says Nazi Williams. The way I see it, it's all well and good completing the Six Nations Grand Slam. Now you put even more pressure on your shoulders for the World Cup. You got to deliver. Very true. It's going to be a tricky one for Ireland because we got any Irish people watching, or am I getting? Hopefully, I don't get in trouble. I can see Scotland beating Ireland in the World Cup group stage and causing a right big problem for them because then, like, imagine it's Scotland and South Africa that go through and Ireland miss out. That would be like, what do you do if you're Ireland? You've won a Grand Slam, under 20s as well. You beat New Zealand in a tour in New Zealand. You're on top of the world, but you don't make it to a quarterfinal. That's like it's tough. I wish those sides weren't in the same group. Like the World Cup pools would be so different if they did them now in terms of the rankings of the sides, but that is going to be nicely done in the breakdown. Now, Eri Tara Ineri does well. Nice run forward from, I believe that would have been number 7, Alamanda Matanga. I believe he's actually got the headgear on today, unless that's Solomoni Funaki, which I think it might be. Now, Eri Tara Ineri goes across to Christian Leliofano. Levi Moore with the wide cut out pass. Tima Whainanuku. He thinks he's scored it, but I think he's been driven into touch. They may have to check this one again. Ireland with James Lowe. They should be a favourite in the World Cup. And a lethal weapon, says Joe Webby. And yeah, Hamish live close to the Black River here, and sometimes it overflows ducks in my front garden. Here's a fun fact, which I have no idea how this happened. We once found a frog in our hallway. We don't live near a pond. We don't live near water. We're in town, in the middle of town. Like, there's no big pools or anything. Just a random frog in the hallway. I don't know what happened to that frog. We put it outside. His foot's in touch for Tima Whainanuku. But yeah, just a random little mini frog. Like, it was raining, but like, he's gotten a long way from where he's supposed to be. I go Scotland and Ireland to advance. Wouldn't spoon for Australia, says Debater there. And also, how's your night? It's good games for us today. Games by 20, Mel Gibson. Oh, the Mad Max movies. What else is he in? And if the Oaks score a try against Ireland, it's more than I could have asked for. I feel like, in a way, it's kind of a bit of a dream match, isn't it? When you get to play against these top sides. Like, yes, the results aren't going to be favorable in some regards, but I hate when people are like, haha, it's going to be one-sided. And it's like, yeah, we know that. But If like it's like when USA played New Zealand and New Zealand scored 100 points and USA got 2 tries and everyone was like absolute thrashing. But like those 2 tries for the USA were massive. They had never scored 2 tries up against the All Blacks in a game. Showed that they're making a little bit of progress, but everyone just looked at the scoreline and went, "Nah, All Blacks dominated them." But it's like it's the little victories, they're the ones that you look for as a rugby nation. And Moana trying to punch it through, but better spreading, seeing the last few games. Here's the snooze, and that's one Hamish. It's croaking me up. Hey, Dad, can you name a Mel Gibson movie that's not Braveheart or the Mad Max series? What a Woman Wants. What do women want? Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel Gibson. Mhm. Have to be a scrum. I can't think of any. There's one where he wears a dress, isn't there? Lethal Weapon. He's been in a couple kids' movie too, hasn't he? Am I thinking of Tim Allen? Probably Tim Allen. You see, mate, that's why I've been a loyal subscriber for so long. Here's Sebastian in there as well. Yeah, I feel like you look for the positives, and that's the main thing. And like big matches, like no one expects, let's say, what's an example? We'll look through at the World Cup polls. No one expects Namibia to beat New Zealand, but the last time the two sides played, it was absolutely dominant in favor of the Kiwis. So if Namibia get themselves 1 or 2 tries, like that's good. Like they're not supposed to win. That's the thing. If they won that game, Ian Foster, I mean, he's already going out, but he might be going out with a bang if he loses that game. Want to see my Michael Jackson moves? And seen Lethal Weapon on Pornhub just quietly. Not sure if it was Mel though. Patriot, The Expendables. There's Carl. Braveheart. You read out Lethal Weapon but didn't click. That is true. I just kind of read it, didn't I? And Lethal Weapon. I haven't seen any Mel Gibson movies. I've just realized. All the ones you guys have listed, never seen them. Mad Max is supposed to be good, isn't it? And what do women want, says Ruth? That's the thing. I'm single, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, not a fellow who sits there doing live streams for 20 hours a weekend. Just from experience. Now, nice pass out to Billy Proctor. Off to Roygaard. A nice drive from Savia. Moving to 22 metres out. A Roygaard. On the left-hand side, almost piercing his way through. You got to watch Lethal Weapon. Is that the best Mel Gibson movie? Braveheart's the best Mel Gibson movie I've heard. Lethal Weapon's not bad. I don't know whether you guys can hear him or not, but I am hearing voices from me dad, who might join us at some stage throughout this match. Who knows? With Jet Li as the bad guy is the best. So is that the Mel Gibson one, or is there multiple Lethal Weapon remakes? 3 of them that got Mel Gibson in them. Jet Li might be in the 3rd one I'm hearing as well. It's just like, how the commentators have the actual like stats and whatnot in the ears? I've just got it just off to the side, which is very handy. I remember when Mel Gibson was cast in Braveheart and everyone thought it was a terrible choice to play a Scotsman. Look at him now, an alcoholic racist. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's been in lately. What's the one where he's dying? Rehab. From my dad. Mel Gibson, a Patriot. Pretty damn with movies, says Justin. But currently another penalty goes the way of the Hurricanes. I feel like if we did a quiz of having to name Mel Gibson movies, you guys would smash it out of the park. Kicked in a touch, 5 metres out. The Hurricanes still with their 7-point lead, looking to extend it a little bit more. MOANA Pasifika, they've spent a lot of time defending. Don't forget Mad Max. There's a game that came out for Mad Max too, isn't there? I don't know how good that is compared to the movies, though. How many Mad Max movies are there? Be like a few, wouldn't there? At least 3. And also, I did a little research, and apparently Namibia have played 22 World Cup matches and have yet to win once. Who knows? Maybe, they've got Namibia and Uruguay. That could be, if they see, that's the thing. If they win that game, that's their equivalent of winning the World Cup. That's the moment that they'll remember and they'll look at as the time when we started progressing more. Like, I've hardly seen Namibia in action in a long time. I remember on Rugby '06, me and Dad used to play them because they were rated like 40 and would beat them 100-0. But I don't know about recently in terms of what they've been able to do. I'm looking forward to learning all these new young players for these up and coming sides. He's one, Brett Cameron, scores a try for the Hurricanes, just drifts his way through our wide. Yep, it's out. So 46 for 6. Some cop movies, Woman or What Women Want, Chocolate with Whipped Cream, and good movies. And Jason Momoa, who can play guitar. Sounds like what a lot of women do like. And Fury Road and Beyond Thunderdome was my fave. Says Obi. It was well done from the Hurricanes. And the end, Brett Cameron just ran around the side. I'm going to quickly look up Mel Gibson movies. He's been in Payback, Bloodfather, Force of Nature, Boss Level, Daddy's Home 2. That's the movie I've seen him in, which is funny because like that's probably about the least serious movie he's done. We Were Soldiers. He's in a movie called Fat Man. Interesting. Payback was quite good. Apparently, Panama. So I think the only movie I've seen him in is actually Daddy's Home 2. To be honest, other than that, I don't think I've seen him in anything. I'm just looking through. Nothing looks familiar. Father Stew. It's got what's his face, Mark Wahlberg in it, but I still haven't seen it. I'm so uncultured when it comes to movies. Like I haven't watched a lot of classics. In fact, now that that kick's missed, it is 12 points to nil. Do let me know in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If you had to pick one movie that I should watch, doesn't have to be a Mel Gibson one, just in general, what movie would you say I should watch? And I'll let you know if I've seen it. John Cena was in that film too. He was. Although we didn't see it. No, we're not going to use didn't see him for John Cena. He's not, is he on the WrestleMania card at this stage? He was going to be wrestling Austin Theory, wasn't he? But I don't know whether he's still doing it. I know that Stone Cold shut down him being back at WrestleMania, and The Rock's not going to be available by the sounds of it. SpongeBob. The SpongeBob movies are great. I have seen a couple of them. Cocaine Bear. What is that movie? Who's that bomb? Or who's in that? Never heard of it. Now, it's going to be available at the back for Cam Roigard. Going off to the left-hand side, Dominic Bird now with the carry. Once We're Warriors. I've seen snippets of that. That's the one where the guys are like clicking, isn't it? How they walk around like that? No, it's not, apparently. Do they have roller skates? Jack the Muss. Do they have rollerblades? No, what one am I thinking of? Warriors. So not the once were, just Warriors. Is the one that I'm thinking of. Kiwi movie. Ray, have you not seen Once We're Warriors? I haven't. I have not. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings, and I'm from New Zealand. I don't know how I haven't been deported yet. But I don't know where they'd deport me to. My license makes me look like a Colombian drug dealer, so perhaps I could go there. Get a side hustle going. Kick them behind. This looks like a 50-20. No, it's curved away from the touchline. MOANA Pasifika now take it just out from their line. Go up the Canes, says Sam Henry. Warcraft, says Carl. Haven't seen it. Die Hard. I haven't watched Die Hard, I don't think. Who's in Die Hard? Bruce Willis, I've just heard. Does he die hard? Other people do, I guess. Willie Proctor now offloads it up to Josh Morby, 15 metres out from the line. Now back across, Rayasi. Oh, Savia, if he had found Dominic Bird on the outside, could have been dangerous, but he's just bumped off one tackle. Now wrestled down Artie Savia. 26 minutes through. Here comes Lakai. Roigard off to the right-hand side. Now Devon Flanders. Goes to Proctor. That's good work in the breakdown from MOANA Pasifika, but they don't get the turnovers. That's Warriors brother, says Justin there. And roll bounce. Great skating rink with good disco movie. What's Saturday Night Fever? That's a disco movie, isn't it? That John Travolta? Is it called that? Saturday Night Fever? Yep, I've heard a distant. Yep, Bruce Willis has a form, or has a form of dementia now. So sad. Also was great in Die Hard and Back to the Future. I haven't seen it either. That's a try for Josh Morby. I haven't seen so many movies. Movie on Netflix called Nope, says Nate. And have you seen my new video, Rugby Challenge 4, episode 8, round 9? I have not. But it sounds like I need to watch a lot of movies before I start watching YouTube again. Josh Morby's second try of the night. In fact, you guys are listing a heap of really famous movies, and I keep on saying I haven't seen them. I feel like I need to have a sit down movie day slash week slash month by the sounds of it. Colombia, Mr. Asia from the South, New Zealand are playing a blinder here. Are they still 6 down? I'm waiting for this game to finish. Mrs. does the catering for most Super Rugby, Alpaki, and NRL games. Tells me to come, but I like the TV better. There's the news in Sri Lanka currently sitting 49 for 6. They are going to quickly check this one to see whether or not there was a bit of obstruction. So it might be no try. Morby might only be sitting on the one. Right, they're seeing whether or not Asafa Amua impeded Amua, but different Amua. Where is it? It's going to be Brett Cameron. Is that who they're saying might have impeded them? I don't think there's uh uh McKee tried to make a tackle on Amua because he thought he was getting the ball, but he didn't get it. My friends call him John Revolting. They tease me because I thought Travolta is so fantastic. What movies have I seen John Travolta in? He's in what? He's in Grease, isn't he? I think I've seen Grease. I don't think I've watched it all the way through. He's also in, is it Hairspray? He does a bit of the musical stuff, John Travolta. That might be no try. Mel Gibson did a movie, Conspiracy Theory. And Morby has a bright future. He does. He's a talented player, Josh Morby. Sadly, going to have that try disallowed, but seems like it is still going to be a lot of momentum in favour of the Hurricanes here. So they said that Amua was in the way of that tackle attempt. The race is to bowl them out for under 50. Drinks break right now. And Top Gun, I have not watched Top Gun. It's got, what's his face in it? Tom Cruise, doesn't it? I've seen a couple moments of it. I've also seen a little bit of the one where he's like a lawyer and he's like, you can't handle the truth. That's that other guy. What's his name? Jack Nicholas, is it? I wish I had someone next to me so that I could get this all confirmed. But what's that movie called when like he's like, who hit Santiago? No, what does he say? Something. Pulp Fiction with John Travolta, says Joe Webby. Time to eat toasted bacon, cheese tomato. That sounds all right. But blue suede shoes were pretty good. What he's conceded so far, 5 from Moana Pacifica. What's that movie called? That's going to annoy me. Like, who ordered the hit on Santiago? And it's like a movie, and they're like in a lawyer's area, or like a court, as they call it. Movies are hard to sit through when you know it's all acting and you got a 5-minute attention span. True. Very true. I find it hard to get into books. Fun fact. Tristan Leliofano says Blues Nate because I get that same thing. I start realizing I'm just reading these words. I'm not actually taking them in. Like I'm reading for the sake of reading them, but I'm not actually or like working out what it actually is. Tell me you haven't seen Star Wars. I've seen some. I don't think I've watched them right through though, to be honest. Like I think I've watched maybe one Star Wars movie from start to finish. Oh, straight through. Roy Gard scores a try. Another bright, talented future man and demand Nate. And have you watched the movie called Mask? It has the actress called Sharon. Is that the one with what's his name? Jim Carrey? The Mask. He's got that green one. I haven't seen it. Few Good Men. That's the one. I think I've watched more of A Few Good Men than I have of Top Gun. But I don't actually remember what he says in the courtroom. He wins the case though, doesn't he? He gets all hyped up in the courtroom. And 49 for 7, not bad. Well, not as bad as 15 all out. Sydney Thunder says Xavier. See, I watch too many comedy movies, I think. Like, if you start listing comedy movies, I'd probably be like, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. Ghostbusters, I think I actually did watch that before it left Netflix. I watched it on the evening it was leaving. So I managed to watch it just in time. I don't well, I remember they were on top of a building with those like things. I feel like a series on the channel could be fun as me trying to describe a movie terribly and you guys trying to guess what it actually is. Will you be doing Rugby World Cup live stream and all time is the first match in New Zealand time, All Blacks versus France? I believe it kicks off at about 9 AM New Zealand time, that first game, but we will be doing the World Cup commentary all the way through. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Yeah, I've seen that one. So Yeah, anything comedy related, I've seen a lot more. Have you seen Family Guy or The Simpsons? I've seen some of them, not a huge amount of either. I've played more Simpsons Hit and Run than I have watched The Simpsons. Nazi Hurricane smashing this year, currently sitting 19 points to nil ahead. Good kick from Balin Sullivan, gets it downfield, got a big smile on his dial at the moment with 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Now Sam Molly about to throw it in. Debbie Does Dallas is a great movie. What type of movie is it? Is it like a comedy or is it a like action? I don't think it would be an action with a name like Debbie Does Dallas. Could be the name of one of those ones from Nazi Williams' site from earlier on. Debbie Does Dallas. A Beverly Hills Cop. I haven't seen it. That one. I've seen Mall Cop with Paul. No, not Paul. What's his name? Kevin. Kevin. Someone. You seen the Mighty Ducks? I have not. No. I need to watch more movies. I think this is what I'm learning here. We have to do like I have to watch a movie a week and then tell you guys about it on the weekend so you actually know that I've watched it. I've laughed so much at these comedy actors. Ghostbuster loves it. Bill Murray. He's the one from, is he in Whose Line Is It Anyway? Is that Bill Murray? Moana, not doing too badly there on the air attack. Jumanji, I have not seen. Uh, Debbie Does Dallas is a lot like Edward Dildo Hands. Is it? Oh, so it is actually what I said earlier on. The Mask, the actor has elephantitis. Is that Jim Carrey? Distracted Sports. What's a classic movie I should watch? Because I've learned that there's a lot that I haven't seen already, but what's one that you'd recommend as a 10 out of 10? Gotta watch. Probably he's old now. Boy. I think I've seen Boy. It was a while ago. I was going to do an impression, but I didn't want it to sound insensitive. But yeah, I've seen Boy a while ago. I've realized I haven't watched a movie, like a one that wasn't like a comedy or something, in a good like 10 to 15 years. Not even joking. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. 32 minutes through it is going to be now the Hurricanes who have got themselves the line out, about 15 meters out from their own line with a Safa. I'm shocked you don't know who Bill Murray is. He's that guy, isn't he? I think we talked about him one other time. One moment, I'm going to Google him. He's got grey hair now, but he looks similar to, yeah, he's on Whose Line Is It Anyway, isn't he? Or is he not? Has he been on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Bill Murray, whose line is it? Where'd it go? Whose line is it anyway? Is he on that show? Is Bill Murray in there? Wait, he has not been on it? Hasn't he? Who's the guy on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Because he looks very similar. The guy on the left is Bill Murray. Okay, so he has been on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Good. I was worried for a second there. As in Meatballs? I have not seen Meatballs. No, he isn't. Isn't he? Who's the guy on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Watch Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. Classic John Candy. I'm going to have to star that because or else I will not remember that. Raiders of the Lost Ark, says Joe. Another one that I haven't seen. Do you want to come on at halftime, Distracted Sports, and talk some classic movies with me? If you are free, that is. If you're not free, all good. If you do want to pop on, we can chat about some classics. Me another knock on from Moana Pacifica. Friday is a good movie. It's a good movie. How high is it good? How high are you, Justin? Friday? Like Friday, just Friday? Or is there Freaky Friday? What happens in Freaky Friday? Is that just a slightly more frisky version of Friday? Jaws? Haven't seen Jaws. Good Will Hunting? Haven't watched that. I'm shocking at the moment. Drew Carey is on Whose Line? Who else is on Whose Line Is It Anyway? I know Drew Carey. He's the main guy. They've also got, what's his face? Can't think of his name. No, I can't think of him. For the Wilder People. I have watched that. Yep. Seen that one. I've seen about 3 Kiwi classics. White Men Can't Jump with Wesley Snipes. Haven't seen it. I've watched, what's it called? Cool Runnings. We watched that at school. Came out Hot Friday, Goodbye Pork Pie, Toy Story. I've seen Toy Story, yes. Although not the newest one. When was the newest one released? Is there one that's come out in the last few years? Because if there is, I haven't really seen it. Now, driving forward here, the Hurricanes. Anyone notice that the commentary drifts off during Moana Pacifica games, says Debater? It does a little bit, doesn't it? Although normally it's because I've got a guest for the Moana Pacifica games. I'm all by myself here. Moment Shrek, I've seen Shrek. Bill Murray was in Ghostbusters. Colin Mockery is the guy you're thinking is Bill Murray. They look very similar, don't they? Toy Story 4, Shakedown. Haven't seen Shakedown. Looks like there is going to be another injury stoppage. Come on, guys, try time. Toy Story 4 released. Yeah, I haven't seen Toy Story 4. What else haven't I seen? Everything. Just everything in general. I probably haven't even watched like popular Netflix series. Sure, I'll jump on. I'll quickly get you the link while we've got the stoppage. Whoa, they've changed StreamYard. They've now changed it so that your guests can also stream to their channels on weird things. That's weird. I don't know how that works, but they've actually updated it so you can kind of like do your custom layout, which is nice because they did need to do that and they just still haven't added the timer right. Your email is that. Subject, we don't have one because we're just on that same wavelength. That's been sent through. The Matrix, haven't seen The Matrix. The Abyss, haven't seen that either. Dwayne Johnson, the movie, or the Rock movie, or Jason Momoa movie, or any movies from them. I haven't watched Aquaman. Aqua. Why can't I say that word? Aquaman. I haven't seen. Oh, I've seen some Rock movies. The Tooth Fairy. It was a while ago. The Rock. What else has he been in? That one where the building falls down or skyscraper falls down. I think it's called Skyscraper. I've watched King Kong. That helps. He isn't. He's not in that, but you've seen Cars by Disney. I have seen Cars yet. I don't think I've seen Cars 2 though. Avatar 2. I haven't seen Avatar 1 or 2. Not good. Suffer more now with the line-out throw. Fast and Furious. I haven't seen a single one of that series. I'm shocking. Rock was in that. He was, wasn't he? Wasn't John Cena also in one of those ones? Now, nice spin by Billy Proctor. Amanda Matonga making the tackle. Now, Owen Franks, the veteran, going forward. Roy Guard off to the left, or in fact, it was the right. Dom Bird now 10 meters between the Hurricanes and maybe a bonus point try just around the corner. Nacho. I've seen the parody of that one. Kindergarten Cop. I haven't seen it. Napoleon Dynamite. Haven't seen it. I feel like Tony's going to come in and just swear at me. He'll be like, why haven't you watched any decent movies? There's going to be a knock on there from the Hurricanes. That time, Owen Frank Zoolander. Haven't watched it. Expendables. Nacho Libre. I don't think there will be a Rugby Challenge 5. I lost the licenses for the Super Rugby teams and Premiership Rugby. Scooby-Doo. I have seen Scooby-Doo. I've seen both of those movies. I think I forget that I'm 23 and you've been on Earth for 23 years now and still haven't seen Back to the Future. Yeah, true. And A Nightmare on Elm Street. Nope. I've watched Cabin in the Woods. I thought that was a comedy. It wasn't. There were people getting ripped up and all sorts. So I was like, oh, okay. But I had to finish it because I wanted to know what happened. You know, I got told that it was a satire and a comedy. So I was like, yeah, keen. I watched that one. And then there were just things happening and I was just sitting there like, well, that's not funny. Penalty goes the way of MOANA Pasifika. Scrum time. They are 5 meters out from their own line. Now I'm going to be kicking this one for the touchline. Colours, haven't seen it. Friday 13th, nope. River's Edge, nope. Tony, if I ever go to Auckland, or when I go to Auckland, can we have a movie night? You know, we could get some pizza or some popcorn. Be kicked in a touch by William Havili. About 41 meters out from their own line. It is going to be the line out. New Jack City, nope. Is that another one of your ones like that Debbie Does Someone? Mr. Bean? I've seen Mr. Bean. You watch Brokeback Mountain? I have not watched Brokeback Mountain, no. It's got some Kiwis in it, doesn't it? Who's your favorite actor? I mean, to be honest, because I watch just mainly like comedies and whatnot, I see a lot of someone like a Will Ferrell, or I watch quite a few Adam Sandler ones. Who else is Jim Carrey? He's been a few that I've watched. I don't know whether I've got a favorite actor. It's just I've watched a lot more of their movies because they're the kind of silly ones. I don't know why, but I just like silly. 57 for 8 now. Victus, nope. I haven't watched Sparta or 3000 or whatever it's called with Russell Crowe. Sri Lanka need to fix their running between the wickets, says Betts. Oh, they didn't run each other out again, did they? Oh, Slade. A lot of pressure there on him. Currently, Moana Pacifica playing hot potato. Levi and Moore decides the better option is to kick that one in behind. To be fair, it's a good gap that he has been able to find. Roygaard has to take it back and go off the less favoured left boot. He's got a great boot on that, though. Goes right down to about 45 metres out. Have you seen Grown Ups 1 and 2? I have, indeed. And Heat, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. The only movie I've seen with Al Pacino in it is Jack and Jill. It was an Adam Sandler one. New Jack City Chris Rock movie. I have not seen it. I've seen Madagascar, which has Chris Rock in it. Grown Ups. Now, 1.5 minutes remaining. Iritara Inuri goes across to Levi Moore. Iritara Inuri again goes off to the left-hand side. They need a try before the end of this first half. They got kicks his roof, and always been like 5+ times they've gone up for a run out. Now loose ball again. Looks like Kenny Naholo able to kick it, but he does put it just into touch. Roll of the bounce, not favourable there. The bounce of the ball, not favourable. I can't stop watching the Gabba power outage. That was freaky, says Xavier. I actually still haven't seen it yet, but I will have a look at it some stage in the near future. Speaking of the near future, we will have Distracted Sports on, ladies and gentlemen. Tony, the movie entrepreneur. No, that's not. The movie extraordinaire. No, that's still not the word that I want. The movie expert. No, there's a big word that has like yeah in it, and that's Tony. An Al Pacino commercial, says debater. And also, have you seen my trailer? I have not. Adam Sandler movies are funny as. He's up there as far as comedian movies, says Justin. Dead calm, message in a bottle. What happened at the Gabba? The lights went out. In the end, welcome in, Janae. I hope you are doing well. We will have Distracted Sports on you, buddy, in about 2 minutes' time. We're going to talk movies because I haven't seen any, unfortunately, any good ones anyway, by the sounds of it. I think I watched Saving Private Ryan. That was part of school, though. Any movie I've seen that's slightly serious is normally part of school. Watched V for Vendetta at school. We watched Kicking and Screaming at school. That's a Will Ferrell football movie. Nicely taken by Salisi Reasi. Gives it off to Kinina Holo. Looks like the Hurricanes aren't done yet. They've heard the siren, but they want to try and attack one last time while being 40 metres out. Safa Moore uses it quickly. Now Roygaard goes off to the left-hand side. Billy Proctor, quick hands to Balin Sullivan. Couldn't quite find his offload to Morby. 25 out. Reasi goes across Savia. Short ball to the side. Wakaliawere. A good chance. Oh, no, off his feet. Asafa Moore just crawled his way through. I wish you are a secret Hurricanes fan. I like their kit the most out of any side, as you've worked out by me having Hurricane short. Forrest Gump. I've seen Forrest Gump. Geordie playing tonight? No, he's training in the NRL with the Storm during the week, which was a bit weird, but that's what he's decided he wants to do. So, yeah, he is missing from this contest. Right now, will we kick downfield from William Arvili looking for the line out. Didn't quite get the distance he wanted. In fact, it was a tap and go. So now we are at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. 19 points to 0 in favour of the Hurricanes. So what we will quickly do before we get our guest on, our movie man. I can't think of the right word, but we're going to find it at some stage, I'm sure, throughout halftime. 19-0 to the Hurricanes at half time. Sorry if this is really loud typing. I do enjoy smacking the keyboard when I type. I like that. It's almost the school holidays, says Sam Henry. I can't believe it's like 6 years since I went to school, like 5 years. It's a long time, but a man who's probably spent more time at a school recently than me, which sounds quite dodgy, but he works in that kind of industry. he is Tony. Hello, Tony.
Oh, hey, mate. How are you?
How's it going? I'm doing good. Did you enjoy my intro of you saying you spend time around schools?
You made me sound like a pedo. So, yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it. That'll do wonders for my career. Thank you, pal.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. So, let's get to the crux of this. Somehow you've been living in a cave for a long time. And I think the word you're looking for, aficionado.
That is the word, yes. I couldn't think of how it went. I called you an entrepreneur of movies, which I don't know what that means. Maybe a seldom.
Movie entrepreneur. No, not quite my jam. No, I wouldn't describe myself that, but I would definitely say I've seen 3 movies, which is about 3 more than you've seen, I'd say. So, okay, let's just go through this. Let's start at the top, all right? I'm not worried about rugby.
No,
Forrest Gump.
I feel like everyone's been very casual on this live stream, which has been great. Forrest Gump, I have seen. One of my dad's favourite movies. So
right, and you said before that you've seen Saving Private Ryan.
I have. Yep.
Okay.
That was at
Have
year
you,
8, I think it's got, which seems a bit
okay,
early to be showing kids that. But
did you see? Let's just go through some Tom Hanks films. You know who Tom Hanks is?
I absolutely do. Yes.
Okay. Have you seen Philadelphia?
No.
Do you know what Philadelphia is about? He won the Oscar for Best Actor for that in '94, and then the following year he won the Oscar for Best Actor in Forrest Gump in '95. I think he's only one of 2 actors that have gone consecutive years winning Best Actor back to back.
There you go. He was in that movie at the airport, wasn't he?
Yeah, the terminal. That's right. I've seen that. Have you?
I have not. No, I just know he was in an airport.
Have you seen Castaway?
I've seen moments of it. I see Janae just said Castaway as well there.
Castaway, so you haven't seen that. Okay. Have you seen Thelma and Louise? No, we're moving to Brad Pitt now. We're moving to the leading men.
They're
Hey, Thelma!
I think I've seen a little tiny bit of it as well. The thing is, normally my little tiny bits of seeing is if like my parents are watching one and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I like leave.
You describe movies the way that people want to just. If you ever caught your parents having sex, you'd want to say, "Look, I caught them having sex, but it was only a really tiny bit. Like it was.
It was only a peep."
Yeah, it was only I just saw my dad get the tip in. Like that's how you describe how you see movies. So, what are you doing? We're drinking a cheeky Pinot Noir tonight, by the way.
Are you? A bit fancy for a Saturday, isn't it?
Just for a change. I thought I'd have a drink. Okay, so have you seen Fight Club?
No.
Okay, have you seen The Matrix? You haven't seen The Matrix?
No, I haven't.
That's outrageous. Did you see? Let's take a modern film, won Best Actor this year, Best movie this year, and was phenomenal. Everything, everywhere, all at once. No, it was brilliant. You should watch it. It was very, very good. Have you? Ki Yong Kwei, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. That Asian lady from Hidden Tiger, Crouching Dragon, or the other Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You haven't seen that film either, I'd imagine. Have you seen any Quentin Tarantino films? Pulp Fiction.
No.
Reservoir Dogs. Kill Bill. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's a slightly newer one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a slightly newer one. Django Unchained. Okay, so we haven't seen any of that. Okay, tell me a movie you have seen, because I can't.
I've seen. You know what movie I actually watched kind of recently?
I'd love to know.
You'll be sad and disappointed in me. I watched Juice Bigelow, European Gigolo.
Oh wow! With the old You Can Do It. What's that guy's name? Have you? Okay, I'm not upset with that. Anytime you watch a movie, I'm not gonna shame you for it. Okay. It's all good. Have you seen Happy Gilmore?
I have. That's a great movie. I've watched some parts in French.
So, why did you watch some of it? I think we talked about this with 2 Cents, did we?
Yeah. That scene where he's singing into the speaker, if you turn it to a different language, like one of them sounds really aggressive. He just goes at that speaker rather than a nice soft song.
Okay. So have you seen Billy Madison?
Yes, I have.
Okay, cool. Have you seen Punch Drunk Love?
Who's in that?
No,
that's
Adam Sandler.
Rings a bell.
Have you seen Mr. Deeds?
Adam Sandler as well.
Things can ring a bell. Doesn't mean you've seen them. It's just you heard that they were a movie. Okay, very common films that you haven't seen. What's another one? 95. Schindler's List.
I have. Yeah, I had to watch it for school in like year 9.
That's a grim one. Jeez,
that is. But
yeah, that is a grim one.
A plot twist, wasn't it?
A plot twist, did you say?
It started so friendly, and then it just all went downhill from there.
It wasn't a plot twist. What do you mean? There was a Holocaust. That's not a plot twist. Historical. And then it turns out the Nazis hated the Jews. Like that's what do you mean a plot twist? Are we talking about the same movie? Now you got me worried.
Yeah, just the start. It seemed like and then it just went downhill. It just kept on getting worse, didn't it?
It's about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
What did you think was gonna happen? What did you you think was going to happen? You're like, oh man, that Oscar Schindler guy, he seems great.
Mm.
Oh, they can't. I'm looking forward to watching this happy story about this Nazi businessman. And then it was like, oh no. Yeah, okay. That's an odd comment.
What's he?
Okay.
Liam Neeson, isn't it? That's what he's
Yeah,
in that one.
Yes, yes. Have you seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? Snatch.
I see Janada said Boy. I have seen Boy, I believe.
Okay. Junaid, he's a regular on the old 2 cents. So he's I think his first time he came over is when was this Junaid, tell us, was it the first time he came over when we told you to come over? Or not?
I believe it was. I think it was his first live stream, and he's popped in a few times since then.
What a legend.
Nice.
What a legend.
Yeah. Good bloke, Junaid.
We got kind of creepy on him. We ended up Googling him so we knew what he looked like.
Oh, what did he look like? Was he
It looked charming.
normal looking
Lovely guy. Looked like a great dude. Someone you'd like to have a beer with, Hamish.
Or a wine, perhaps.
Or a wine or a ginger ale. Whichever you're into. What do you drink? Are you a tea drinker? You're a water man.
Here we go. This is also like my movies. I've never tried tea.
What the fuck?
I've never tried coffee.
What the
I've never tried like an energy drink like a Red Bull or anything like that.
Okay. I don't judge you for that. I don't judge you. What is
I drink Fanta.
I drink Fanta. In fact, why? Tea is great, by the way. Tea and coffee's massive for me. I drink coffee. I probably have 2. I've cut down a lot. I only have 2 coffees a day now. But you don't drink coffee or tea?
No, never tried them.
Before every podcast that me and Mark do, he comes in, he has a coffee, makes a coffee, and then we have a couple of beers on while we're doing it, and then he drinks. And then we have a cup of tea at the end of it. You know, we're all like rugged buggered on screen, but afterwards we're like, cup of tea, okay, you know. So there you go. Why don't you drink tea? Have a tea, you fucking. I'm sorry, I had to swear. It is
okay.
Weird.
You've already sworn like 3 times anyway, so it's
okay.
So I think it's. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not much of a hot drinks guy. But then you can have cold tea, can't you? You can have like
what do you mean?
iced tea.
You've never had a hot drink. You've never had a tea.
Like
so
a
how
Milo.
would you know? You're not a child anymore, Hamish. Hamish, okay. Who wants to? Have you got tea? Have you got a cup of tea in your house? You got a tea bag in your house somewhere?
Maybe somewhere. Might be a Bell. You know, a Bell.
Okay. Mum and Dad drink tea.
Dad does. Mum doesn't. She just sticks to the. What does she drink? I don't know what she drinks.
Can we do it on this live stream? I'll come back at the end. You have brew yourself a tea. I'm sure everyone okay with this? Let's see Hamish have his first cup of tea. Okay.
Love a good hot chocolate. I think we're saving it for a video though. How I try a whole heap of random things at once. Maybe we do it when I'm up north with you.
All right. Okay.
Have you got anything you haven't tried though?
No. What normal things have I not tried? Just normal civility and goodness. I've been trying to get around to that.
Like celery or something?
I've tried celery. I've tried celery. I've eaten bugs in Cambodia and stuff. I'll try anything. I'm an experimental kind of guy, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can feel that, can't you?
Absolutely.
What have I not tried that's normal? You know what escargot is? You tried that?
Snails, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have not tried that, no. I haven't even tried what haven't I tried? I haven't tried any type of like raw fish, like any sushi or anything like that. We made sushi at primary school and I acted like I ate it and they fell for it.
Why? It's yum, man. It's just nice.
Yeah, but I was like, what's the seaweed thing? This was when I was like 6. So I was like, oh, thank you. And then
my daughter eats sushi and she's been eating sushi since she was like 2 or 3. So, you know.
Like fancy, isn't it?
Well, there's lots of sushi places around. Tons of them. Not a lot of sushi in Waikanae. Are you Waimate? Sorry.
Waimate, yeah. Yeah, no, not a lot. You can get it at the local grocery shop. There's like a little pack, I think. But then normally you'd have to like travel be able to find the
How
sushi
often
and
do you,
whatnot.
how often do you get out of Waimate?
Me and George go a little bit to Timaru, normally to go to KFC or McDonald's.
Is
But like
Timaru,
also,
Timaru the big smoke?
yeah, it's big. Like you go there and there's like more than 3 shops, and it's like, wow.
Oh, this is intense. So Timaru is do you call someone from Timaru who lives in central Timaru a townie?
No, I think Timaru counts as a city. I think they've got like 20,000 population or something like that, and something.
Timaru is not a city. Don't
Isn't it?
insult everybody else by saying Timaru. Timaru is a small village. No, it's is that what a city is? 20,000 people?
I don't know. There's got to be something in there. Like you got to have a certain pipe, or you got to do
It's
something
a
with your
town.
flag.
20,000 people. If you can't fill Eden Park, you're a town. That should be the rule. You know? Timaru, how far away is Timaru to Oamaru?
About an hour. So we've got 30 minutes south, we've got 30 minutes north type thing. And then Oamaru's got a long main street that you go into Oamaru, but it's a 50K limit, or it is when anyone but George drives it. So it's like, it takes a little while.
He owns it, does he?
He's a quick individual. He's a smooth operator, old George. He knows how to maneuver a vehicle, you know.
All right, he's quick.
Yeah.
He's quick. Hopefully, he's not quick in the sack as well. That's not so good. I did not think this conversation was going to go this way when we're going to start talking about George's sex life. Did you?
I did. It always ends up somewhere around that direction, doesn't it? When we're having a chat, we start with movies, we end in sex. That's my Netflix Tinder bio.
Have you had a little chat? Have you had a little chop after we talked the other night?
My face or my hair?
Your hair.
No, it's still the same. I've just tucked it back because it annoys me when that part dips down.
Okay.
So
See, I'm not wearing a hat. I'm usually wearing a hat in these.
Whoa. You got like the line, you got the fade going?
I don't have a fade. I don't think so. It's just my face.
Beard part.
A beard part.
Beard part where it links up. I don't have the privilege of that yet.
Well, show me the side of your head.
My head's like, it like doesn't quite do it. That side actually looks better for beard than this side though. That side's missing a bit. Why?
What? Yeah, you look like Two-Face. No, that's damn it.
Movie reference, isn't it? We've been through this, Tony.
Yeah,
I've seen Toy Story, and that's it.
Like Batman, the guy with Two-Face, he's like one side he's like all deformed and crazy, and the other side he's like super sexy and handsome.
No? I got a nice big dent in the middle of my head today, so that's nice.
What
right
happened
in the middle. I just pimple in it.
Oh, you popped a pimple.
No, it's just sitting there. It's just a.
Show us.
And you don't know Two-Face?
Can you pop it on screen?
Couldn't do that for you. I see that Junaid said he's going to be in Waimate in a month's time. Well, Junaid, if you want to come have a catch up,
jump on a live stream.
That would be quite funny, wouldn't it?
What on earth would bring you to it? No offense, but what brings you to Waimate? I'm just adjusting my camera here. What brings you to Waimate, Junaid?
Yeah, there's not much there, is there? Like, we got a skate park. Maybe he's a skater. The kickoff for the second half has just got underway, ladies and gentlemen.
Better leave you to it.
I don't know. Do you just want to stay for a bit? You want to just hang out?
Well, hold on. I wasn't even actually really aware of this game.
Watching the game. Downfield from William Hartvilly. Nicely taken on the halfway line. They've actually got new layouts on StreamYard, so we might be able to have this like the game next to us. How do I move you, Tony? I'm going to put you in your place, which is over next to me.
Yeah, put in my place.
Please drag. If I go like, squeezing.
Oh, man.
Wait up. We're going to go like, custom layout, squeeze. And then can I get I want to edit this and get the add item media slot, put that over there. Oh my God, Tony, I'm like a genius.
You are like a genius.
Update. Look at that. They were like all squeezed and stuff, but we're both here.
I'm so impressed.
You.
I just got a text from Lydia saying my head was too low, and she was right.
You were quite low, yeah. I didn't want to say anything, though. And I know that was something you mentioned in our first videos, how it's like one of us up there, one of us down there.
Well, yeah, you and your boy,
Tim.
What's his name? Tim from
Rugby
Rugby Itch.
We be getting Tony and Mark on the pod, says George. You have to come to Auckland with me if we're going to film the pod with them to head up north. But I did learn recently, George, we've got a real problem because only one of our microphones actually has the XLR. I learned that this one also doesn't have it. So we've got a big bloody multi-board that we bought for XLR, and we've got one XLR mic.
Oh, my God.
Not good.
So you spent all this money on some new kit and it's not working for you?
Yeah. Luckily, it's within 14 days. We might have to actually just return it because I haven't opened the box because I realized none of the microphones work with it.
Yeah, you should be able to return that. Did you buy it on? You would have bought it online, wouldn't you?
Yeah. The way to do it, isn't it? Don't like leaving the house, Tony. Scary world out there.
Come on, mate. We're going to get you out of this house and watching some movies and smacking some...
Wait, so we're watching movies in public?
No, you can stay at home and watch your movies. Okay, I've got to mute this because I'm going to start watching the game.
All right.
What is this game?
Currently, penalty went the way of MOANA Pasifika. They're driving down into the 22. Watch out, George might get jealous. I like the fact that I've squeezed us, though. This is actually a really cool layout. This is something they've only added very recently on the streaming software.
This is incredible.
And, I don't know why. I feel like I'm like a kid in a candy store. How it's like, wow, I can do so much now. I can move us. I can put us up and down. You want to be below me, Tony? Or you want to be next to me?
Are you asking me to go down on you? Is that what you're asking?
You can?
Jesus. Find me a drink first. Fucking hell.
I'll buy you a tea.
I need one. So have MOANA Pacific been at the races at all in this game? Have they had many chances or what?
Every time they've been close, there's been a handling error or the Hurricanes win that penalty. Only about 5 meters out from the line. Please, says Junaid.
Yeah, right. What is Junaid asking for?
Down situation.
It looks like I like the I know it's very exciting. Mount Smart looks like a new stadium, doesn't it?
The blue seats really pop it off, don't they?
Yeah, it looks good. I like it. He was
very close to the touchline.
He was inside when he I thought he was doing a quick line out. Oh, dumb.
Wait, what's your time at the moment? 43,
44, 45, 46, 47.
We're perfectly in sync.
Are we really? Well, we're not delayed because of some sort of YouTube. I'm not watching on YouTube. I'm watching on Livestream. I can watch you on YouTube as well if you want that extra view.
That's okay. I think Lydia's already watching, isn't she?
She watching under my profile?
Maybe.
Lydia, say something.
76 all out is what the Black Caps bowled Sri Lanka out for. Nice.
All right.
To go out wide. We've got a donation from Blues Nate. Still waiting for our Haka Boogie dance. He's Nate there.
Blues Nate is great. He's always on these streams. So he often makes comments on mine. Your patronage is very much appreciated. And now that should be. You actually made a fair bit of coin on your last. I watched one last night. It was very nice. It was good to see.
It was weird because it was out of nowhere. That's a nice run from Tuatavuki.
Oh.
Did he go and touch? No, it's still in the field of play, but he gave the ball up. Unfortunately, I think MOANA Pasifika, if they score now, they're not out of this game completely. They just need to get some momentum going. But a losing bonus point minimum is what MOANA Pasifika need from this game, just to still keep themselves in there. Also, dude, you're out again. You're an awesome dude. Says Roof Nate certainly is, and he pops in all hours of the night. He had us on the projector a while ago at his workplace, so that it was over the big warehouse. You could see us on a big screen.
Yeah, I find it weird. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, I had some comments that somebody projected onto their big screen TV. Me and Mark's hour-long podcast of us just sitting in our lounge drinking a couple of beers. I'm always like, it's hardly primetime viewing, me and Mark, is it? But we appreciate it.
It's entertaining. It's a new thing. We've got rugby podcasts when it comes to ex-professionals and whatnot. But you guys are just a couple blokes sitting down, having a couple bevies, having a chat. You should get an alcohol sponsor. Maybe don't, because that's kind of bad. But also, if you can get one, because then you get wine and stuff.
You're giving me very mixed messages there. I've got to be honest. You said maybe you should get an alcohol sponsor, but then you're like, oh no, but don't.
Tony,
but do.
Tony.
Hey, Mum. Is it Mum or Dad?
It is Mum this time. She said the Black Cats won by 198.
Holy smokes. And what a pathetic crowd and it was a lovely day here in Auckland, but a crap crowd.
Yeah. It's interesting because even like the Highlanders game up against Fiji and Drew, I thought would do a little bit better in terms of numbers, but it just seems like they're really struggling to sell it out. Is it the price or is it just the lack of interest, do you think?
Oh, geez, Louise, what happened?
Oh, what's happened there? What did he do? He got charged down when he was trying to kick it for the touchline.
Yeah, I thought it was like once you kick it, that's the thing. Oh,
Darby is thinking. As long as he's doing that and not that, he'll be all right.
They're having a big conversation.
He's smart. What you talking about? He's I don't even have sound on. I just realized.
I don't have sound at all either myself. So
sounds quite fun, isn't it? Because you can hear things.
Right. I've just opened another bottle of wine. I got a little. Can't really see that. Catalina Sounds, a little Pinot Noir, another Pinot Noir from Martinborough this time.
2021.
Yep.
Does that mean it's not as good because it's only a couple years of aging? Or does it mean that it's all right? I don't know wine very well.
No, that's all right. 2001's let it age for a while. Oh,
2001, not 2021.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry, 2021. Yeah, 2001 would be fucking old. But, well, not anything old, but.
I can hear the pouring. This is ASMR. Someone sent a meme on the Discord. It is Junaid. Junaid's the meme master.
And Junaid, does he do awesome things like tell everyone to like?
He does. He always says like the stream in all caps.
What a legend.
Gets everyone's attention. It's good. He's a great bloke, Junaid.
Everybody write fuck yes or F yes for if you think Junaid's a great guy.
I mean, you might change your mind when you see the meme that he just made. I'm just going to pop it up on the screen right now.
No! What? Oh. You sack!
You still want to give him a shout out?
Junaid. I take it back, you bastard. No, I like that. I like it. I like a bit of sass. That was good. Very good, Junaid. Oh, they're on the attack
Hurricanes,
here.
line break. Alan Sullivan. Oh.
Is that Zahn Sullivan's brother?
It is, yes.
Don't
show him the rest, is Junaid.
What's the other one?
Is there more? Have you got a couple more?
I thought you said don't.
The older ones.
I was singing his what are his older ones? He's got a series.
They're all great things, you know. All brilliant things. Nice ball. Roy Guard up to the 22.
All right, go, son.
Back by Moana Pasifika. This is a good run. This is actually the youngster Miracle Whaialangi. Have you heard that name?
Yeah, I've heard the name. I feel like a bit like you when you're talking about movies, though. You're like, yeah, rings a bell. But I know the Langi I like at the moment is Gleason. Is it Gleason or Leeson?
Oh, yeah.
Langi, the guy.
Gleason.
Yeah, that's it. He's a ripper of a player, that guy. He's very good.
I think he's probably Wallabies selection quality for the upcoming internationals, just because he was close. I think he played for Australia A in the last.
I think he's been, as far as I can see, the best Australian I've seen so far in Super Rugby. Big call from Tones. That's why they pay me the big bucks. And when I mean the big bucks, I mean a few shekels a week. Oh.
There's just that little.
This is the first time
so purple, by the way. I'm not actually purple, but it's just I look like extremely discolored.
Well, you're a very white man. I've got to give you that.
Bit of tan in there.
So if you have any, like, if there's like a slight tinge to the lighting in your room that you're in, if it's like a tiny little purple UV light that's coming on you from anywhere, you bounce it off that white skin, and you're basically like can't remember the name of them. They were like these big bounce boards we used to hold in television, where you put them next to somebody, like a big white thing that would catch the sun and it would bounce up into the person. We wouldn't need one of you on set. You could just stand next to that person, put your face there, your face would just bounce straight into them. Yeah, it'd be weird. The only thing I don't like about this is I feel like I've got a very small area.
You want a bit of a
No, I'm fine with it, but I'm just going to be conscious of it now, because when I do this is when my screen's over here, and then I'm going profile. But anyway, let's talk about the rugby. So how many of these freaking memes are there, Junaid? Yes, you're great. I was
I know
giving
he's
him
only got only a couple, like 1 or 2.
Show me. I want to see them now. I do like a good sass.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
Give me another one.
I think you'll enjoy. He's very quick with the memes as well. I don't even know how you make memes. Like, this is the thing. I make YouTube videos. I have no idea how things work in terms of like life.
I have no idea how things work. I'm just working out the birds and the bees right now. Peter V. Hamish during live streams. Yeah, that's fair play. That's good. It's not offensive. That's fine.
No.
We all have our styles, don't we?
This is actually the first live stream I've done during a half, I think, where we've had 2 of us during the full half. Unless, of course, you leave, then it would be not for the half.
It would just be you on your lonesome.
Loud noises, says Gareth. Have you seen Anchorman?
Yes, I have seen Anchorman.
Seen Anchorman 2?
Yes.
Wow, you've seen like every movie.
I love Lamp. Well, yeah, I can't see your chat. What other movies are they asking you about?
We haven't got too many so far. Should this year's Boxing Day test be the Trans-Tasman test, Australia and New Zealand? I think it's 2 years' time that we get that next one.
All right.
You want to get to Melbourne with me, Tony?
Yeah, mate. I'll go to Melbourne. The MCG. I've been to the MCG. I haven't watched a cricket game there. I've watched sit down, son.
Wow. That's a good shot.
I have watched Essendon play Fremantle in probably about 1998, something like that. 1999, actually. It was 99.
Do you remember what month in 1999?
It was cold, so it would have been June, July, August, something like that.
So that is actually before I was born. Fun fact.
I was 15. I'd lost my virginity by then.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Learner?
No. Early learner. No, I actually lost my virginity in the last week of my 15-year-old period. That's some oversharing. Sorry, everybody. No one really needed to know that.
The more you know.
Well, there we go.
Life lessons.
Life lessons. Yes.
This is an ugly breakdown. Everyone's just kind of piled over, but Moana Pacifica have ended up.
I do hope that they can, get a try back in this game. Actually get. Oh, Aaron Major, is he a good coach? Like,
I think he's good with like the off the field stuff. Like, we haven't really seen Moana Pacifica progress as quickly as Fiji and Drua have. Yeah. But that could be down to the player pool that they've got. Like, they're still slowly learning. I think it's going to help Samoa and Tonga, though, for the international wise. Because
basically for my money, well, not my money, but from what I can kind of see, the Moana Pacifica team is essentially made up of good Bunnings players that weren't quite good enough to make other squads, that have some sort of link, some sort of heritage to some sort of Pacific heritage.
I wonder where Lincoln McClutchy went. Is he injured at the moment? Because he was a great player for Moana Pacifica, and then now that he's not there, it just seems to have taken away from some of that explosive fly half play that they had.
Yeah.
Like, Lealiafano's good, but he doesn't really get going, get going.
They could be a touch more dynamic, couldn't they?
That was the word I should have used. You're the analysis guy. I just say words fast.
No, you do great. You did great. You said you had a couple of rippers last night, actually. No, like you were talking with George, and you said a couple of very funny lines or something like that. Or you said something about goth girls, and you're something like, she loves death, and you're like, oh, geez, wouldn't want to take her to a funeral. Very funny. Yeah, and I cracked up. I laughed out loud. Very funny. And there was
Did you see my jump on the live stream?
Your jump? No.
Yeah, I jumped over George onto the couch, and I actually got like a good leap. Like, I almost went too far off the end of the couch.
That's a try.
That should be a try. Hand was outstretched, wasn't it? This hurts Moana Pacifica there. Unfortunately, Kenny Naholo, well, not unfortunate for him, he has crossed the line, and that now probably I'd say almost secures that 3-try or more bonus point for the Hurricanes, unless something drastic does happen throughout that last little while.
No one's really into it right now because you can see the digital sign right there. It says Sky Sport, and then it also just says digital sign writing. So the people who have, digital billboards, the people who have sold the digital, who own them, no one's actually paying for that space right now.
We should get that for Distracted Sports or the 2 Cents Gets Distracted podcast. Boom. Right across there. That would cost thousands of dollars, but worth it, wouldn't it? Eh?
Yeah.
Your name in the lights.
2 Cents of Distracted Sports. Yeah, there we go. Oh, someone's there. Yeah, we should. That's a good idea. Do you reckon our budget can sneak in? The budget right now is a couple of coffees, a couple of cups of tea, and a couple of beers. 4 beers. Yeah,
sounds like a better budget than I've got at the moment. My budget is I get a couple of batteries every once in a while, just for fun. Just to lick them. No, it's gone over.
I need this guy's really into it. Jeez,
that's a fist pump and a half that he's doing there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's really.
That man loves his side, and then that man's just shaking his child.
I feel like
that woman.
The cameraman has just said to them, "Can you guys act like you're really into this? Like, really go for it?" Because there is, speaking of funerals, there is the atmosphere of a morgue, basically, at the stadium. It's not so. Well, it's a better crowd. One of the better crowds than I've seen. That I've. I was about to say Ericsson, Mount Smart, but it could be better, couldn't it? Could be better. And then tomorrow, I'm gutted. I could have got a ticket, but I decided not to. For the Warriors v the Bulldogs tomorrow.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of action at the moment, Mount Smart, isn't it?
Yeah,
a lot of games taking place. That was a very risky offload, but somehow has worked out.
Had the football there the other night, didn't it? Which was a bloody exciting encounter. 0-0.
You gotta love it.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I've started doing how I do these terrible YouTube tropes, the top 10 lists and stuff like that. Yes, you've seen these top 10 lists. I took it a step further with YouTube tropes. I did a reaction video the other night.
I saw that to hurling, wasn't it?
To hurling, that's right. That's right.
I keep an eye on you.
There's no YouTube trope that's too lofty for me. I'd take them all on.
Hurling looks like a hard sport, though, doesn't it?
Did you see it? He did it again.
Did he do that massive dummy cell?
He did the massive dummy, and everyone just looks at him going, "What are you doing, man?" Yeah.
It works sometimes, but only like one person kind of thing.
I only saw it work once. Was it against the Welsh? Like Jordan Tipuric fell for it or something like that?
Gareth said not used to all this rugby chat a little bit earlier on, or rugby talk. And I says, Elena, welcome in. I hope you are doing very well. I sent through the older memes I made of Mark and Tony, so we have to put up some of those.
I can see the memes you made of Mark. Yeah, I want to see those too.
Also, what do you guys think about Joseph Suaalii joining Union? It's been it's in 2025. By then, a lot can change. So I don't see it being a game changer yet. But once he joins, maybe you get a few more NRL guys going over. They might look good for the 2027 World Cup, but I think for now,
I think so. I think it's a little bit. Well, there we go, another fucking try.
There's going to be so let's say ARC getting over the line.
I think that Suaalii talent is a little bit more significant than you're playing to there. Like I think that he hasn't quite met his potential in terms of like some of the top 2 inches stuff, but he's a freakish athlete. His ability to beat a man, he's so classy, so powerful. Look at that. There's that freaking dummy. I think he could be a real significant get for the ARU if they actually do get him in the end. He's brilliant. He could be massive. He's a great athlete.
It's going to be tricky for them, isn't it? Because it's just like when you know you've got something, but you have to wait. It's like when you know what you're getting for your birthday, but you just have to wait that month or so before you
it's how we kind of all feel about Razor, isn't it? Really?
You know that he's got the helm for after the World Cup.
Yeah, he got the tick. Bloody hell! What a Yeah. Well, how are you feeling about all that, mate? Do you feel like that's the right move? I'm certainly thrilled about it, but the only thing I'm a little bit gutted about is I wish it was right now. I wish he had the keys right now, but
I have slight concerns over one thing, and that is the fact that New Zealand Rugby straight away decided they want to lock him in for 4 years. Because if anything goes wrong, like they're going to have to pay out that rest of the time, and it's going to be the Ian Foster scenario of they don't want to pay all this money to have to get him out. It shouldn't happen, but who knows?
Who knows? But like, I think wouldn't they all be signed on at least 4-year cycles? They operate in 4-year cycles, don't they? Like it's all about this World Cup, the next,
Yeah.
It'd be
Although
weird
normally you have that kind of 1-year trial or 2-year trial, don't you? And then they go, "Yep, we'll extend. We'll give you a bit longer."
Fozzie's extension was the one where they completely screwed the pooch, wasn't it?
Yep. Not for Fozzie. He'll be happy. He got some more money.
Some more quiche. Oh, that's a penalty there. All right, the MOANA Pacifica comeback's happening right now, guys. Watch it. Watch it.
They can't
Mark
see it.
my word.
They're relying on our commentary.
All right, more movie chat. More movie chat. Let's find some more movies that that our friend Hamish has not watched. What else we got?
Big love, Tony, says Sebastian. Sebastian says hello, and so does Tyson. Said hello to you. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well. Oh, Suoli to join Manu Samoa. That would be quite cool. They managed to get him for their side. Oh, but the thing is, if Australia Rugby Union are locking him in, then they won't be able to get him, will they? Go the Hurricanes, says Tyson.
Go the Canes.
Right, 5 meters out. If MOANA Pacifica score now, when I come to Auckland, you can have this. It's 50 cents.
Woo! Hold it for me.
They have to score right now off this play.
Go on. This play, like, can they,
this phase play, like they can have phases. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, sit down, son.
Levi, bumping off Kenny Naholo is not easy to do.
No.
That man is a bit of a tank.
Oh, there we go. Look at them.
Oh, they're close.
Get the bit between your teeth, boys. Come on.
I can fit this coin between my front teeth. That's going to be close.
Here we go.
Manu Paia. William Arvili offload. That's high from Kenny Naholo. I think he's got away with it and stolen by Lakai. He's a great player.
Did you mention who scores off this phase? Or man, these guys. Their play on the turnover ball is pretty impressive. They get down the field so quick. All right, looks like 50 cents is still yours.
Yes, that's the old channel budget, so you got to keep
it. Yeah, right. Ours just goes on wine. Ours, mine. Just on wine. You didn't watch the Dolphins and the Broncos last night?
I didn't get a chance to see it, sadly.
It's quite interesting when you watch these sort of not lackluster, but pretty good games on Super Rugby, but they feel kind of lacking of energy and lacking of real vigor and spirit and passion, because the crowd, I think, is a big part of it. And then you flick on, 50,000 people at Suncorp, and they're all going ape, and it's like, it just feels like a big occasion, the Newcastle at the bottom of the table, they played a sellout last week. Like, it's, there's
a lot more hype around NRL, whereas Super Rugby, I think sometimes when they get to the playoff stage, that's when people start caring. Because like you said on the 2 Cents Gets Distracted podcast, available on Spotify, on YouTube, either on Mark or Tony's YouTube channels. Like you said on there, you said about how the highlights for Super Rugby clips on YouTube get a lot of views, whereas actually people watching the full games do not. Like that little plug? That was pretty.
Thanks, man. You can listen to it wherever you listen to your podcast. Yes, thank you. 2 Cents Gets Distracted. What a name.
It's a great combo.
Yeah, strange combo, the two of us. We have fun. He's the good thing about it is, like, I am pretty bad with players' names or actually any real knowledge about rugby, whereas he knows everything, Yeah. So I just it was
risky, but it worked. Downfield now from Tima Whainā Nuku, trying to trap it with his foot. I actually did that in a cricket match the other week.
Did you?
Actually, the ball was bouncing awkwardly.
That's a cardinal sin, though, isn't it? Getting your feet involved.
Yeah, but when there's a running track in front, and if it bounces awkwardly, you're getting smacked in the teeth. Like, it was just not worth the putting the face down. So I just kind of slammed my foot down, managed to get it. Also managed to do this, unfortunately. So I didn't get to bat in either game.
Oh, bugger.
Sad.
It's a weird thing, cricket, isn't it? Because you're always just, it kind of harks back to that whole feeling of when you're a kid. You're like, when is it my turn? When am I getting a turn? I didn't get a turn today. There's that kind of feeling to it. Yeah.
See, I umpire though, so I kind of get away from that feeling. But luckily at the ground, there's like a pool table now. I don't know why they got a pool table, but there is one. So like people playing pool. I actually am in the process of trying to organise a Kiwi Lads annual test match of some sort.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that would be quite cool. Yeah, cricket.
5 days?
Probably not 5 days, but it would probably be like maybe either you play on the Saturday and the Sunday and then some of the next week's Saturday, or whether it's just Saturday and Saturday, or Saturday's 3 in a row.
How are you gonna? How are these teams gonna be formed? Are you gonna get other cricket, any of your club mates involved, or what?
I hope so. We've got a few of the regular viewers now that actually we play against who have come from across the channel because of the GoPro cricket videos. So I think they're quite keen play some sort of like test match thing, and I'd love to be able to do it as some sort of nice run from Salisi Arayasi. He'll get a second of the match now. This is becoming extremely one-sided. Well, it was already one-sided, but now it's extremely one-sided. Yeah, you look disappointed, Tony. What's on your mind?
No, I feel for the MOANA Pasifika. I was just looking at everyone in the crowd, and like they were on their phones and just like, this sucks. Shit. Why do we get a freaking baby? Oh, that was a lovely pass. They were like, why do we get a babysitter? This is shit. Far out. I'm never going to another game of rugby ever again. Like, yeah, it's just sad. It's just a bit of pose, really, isn't it?
It is.
A bit of pose. Hamish is a funny You are a funny dude. You are a funny dude. There we go. Great plug, Hamish. Yeah, great plug.
D'Angelo Leula on yet. I believe he has gone out there about maybe 5 minutes ago. They decided to pop him out.
Right. I want to see your I want to see that ass. No, I want to see.
It can be arranged.
I want to see some more of his memes and stuff.
You want a couple more popping up?
Yeah. Let's see. What else we got here?
Like
where does he put them? He puts links in the description?
Just into my Discord.
All right. I don't do Discord.
I struggle with Discord.
Yeah.
But I just kind of go with the flow. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, type thing.
Because some people have said, "Come join this Discord." I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that is. I feel like a baby boomer. Someone trying to explain TikTok to a baby boomer. And here we go. This is gonna be another try.
I can't actually see it, so you'll have to do some commentary for me.
The Hurricanes have the ball. It's gone to a ruck. Breakdown. Pass. Taking it up. I'm not even watching myself now. Yeah.
There are a lot of Mark and Tony memes.
Really?
Yeah, like a whole 50 that I'm just downloading. We'll have to go through them after the game, I think. So
are they mean? What are they? Are they all horrible, or are they all like fun?
No, like they're fun, bit of banter.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a Bantosaurus Rex, old Junaid. Yeah, that is a try for Adi Savi, I do see now. So that will make it 45-0.
Oh, wow. Come on. This is all complete one-way traffic now, isn't it?
Xavier, third of the season. And also we have got there, see Xavier. And I'm going to go, please check the Discord. I will probably see the rewatch, the rest. I'll probably see the rewatch of the rest. So hello, Xavier from the future. I need to see Tony's face seeing the memes, says Junaid. What's Tony? Yeah. You're Tony. I was about to say what's Tony up to, but I got you confused with Mark.
Mark,
what's Tony up to sitting next?
Is Mark actually streaming these right now? We'll see if we can get him on, eh? I think
we could do. On over. And I'm going to pretend this week's game never happened. Good night, oh God, says Debater. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. 47 points. No, we thought that the game between the Fiji and Drua and the Highlanders became one-sided. This game is beyond one-sided at the moment. I think I have Mark's number, but I don't have any text messages on my phone because 50 cents only gets you 2, you know what I'm saying? But they don't take cash.
That was quite funny. There we go. He's not doing a live stream right now.
No. Probably living his best life, isn't he? You could. Oh, wait, you're going to call him right now, or you're going to text him instead?
No, I'm going to call him. I'll give him a call.
10 minutes now remaining. Because you'll have to send him the email one, because I don't actually have his email. the only thing. And hello, says Brandon. Hello, Brandon.
I'll
Doing
send
well,
it to
mate?
you.
Now nicely
won't.
taken near the touchline. Now Sione Havili. I'm sorry, wrong Havili. It is David No, it's the wrong Havili. It's Willie Havili. What are your thoughts on BDSM, Hamish? BDSM.
Oh,
bad.
Hey, champ, are you driving? Oh, not much, man. I'm just on a live stream with Hamish. I was going to try and get you on. You going home? You've been what? Rock climbing. Rock climbing. You're meant to be into the rugby. There's rugby on right now. The MOANA Pacifica are getting absolutely pumped by 50 points. It's really exciting. Yeah, they're getting absolutely smoked. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed your rock climbing. Hamish says that he misses your scent, and that one day he hopes you guys can just be together, just live in harmony. He's wanting to lose his. He's wanting to have new experiences with you. I know it's strange. All right. Okay, mate. You take it easy, champ. See you tomorrow. See you, bud. Bye. Yeah, he just went rock climbing.
That seems like a strange thing to do on a Saturday when the rugby's on. I thought he watched every game live.
It's a return. He said that he knew that he thought this game would be pretty lopsided. So, and it was.
He's a smart man.
Yeah, he's like rugby Nostradamus. Do you know who Nostradamus is?
He's a geezer who did some predictions, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's about as much as I know.
But then the other fella ran through the street naked, didn't he?
I don't know who you mean. Who are you talking about? What guy?
Wasn't he shouting "Eureka" or something with his bathrobe off? Or who's that? He ran through the streets yelling "Yay!" Naked.
Not Aristotle or Socrates or any of those.
And also not Zach Guilford. We know what happened there. But
yeah, he did it. Oh fuck. Yeah. Boy, he had what a fall from grace that man had.
Had a fight with a vending machine, didn't he?
Why you tried to get out some chocolate.
So, yeah. Fair enough.
Sometimes you just need some chocolate. Do they? Sometimes you just need some chocky.
Yeah, although they say alcohol and chocolate don't mix too well. Or alcohol or beer and chocolate anyway.
Yeah, beer and chocolate don't. Wine and chocolate does.
Cheese as well. Cheese and wine, isn't it?
Wine and cheese, yeah.
What's a fancy cheese? Like a camembert?
A camembert or a brie or a Havarti. Havarti!
Do you like blue cheese?
I do like. I used to like blue cheese. It depends. I had a couple of bad. You can have a couple of bad experiences. I bought a sausage once that was like blue cheese in it, and it made me want to puke. And I actually was like, "This is the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life." And ever since then, I've been kind of off blue cheese. So I've got blue cheese in the fridge right now, but I haven't touched it for a while. No one's touched it. It's just sitting there getting stinky.
Nice, stinky. Yeah.
Stinky. I do like the stinkier the cheese. I like it. Stinky cheese is good.
Does it just make you feel something when you're eating it?
Yeah, well, people like stinky cheese. Yeah. Right.
It's like sticking a sock in your mouth. Being like, yay. That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's got it between his legs. He's got a third ball.
Third.
Line out now.
He does have a third ball. You are funny. There. Oh, funny.
George said hi. Hello, George.
Hello, George. Is that George?
No, different George.
All right. Hi, different George. I want to see more of these weird memes. Show me another.
Well, now we know that we haven't got Mark. We know that he will be sad to miss them. I'll download them all into the software.
I didn't realize there was a bunch of memes about it.
There's actually 8. Yeah, hopefully we'll all. Oh no, I've hit the image limit. One moment, I've got to do some changes.
Change that image limit. Oh, here we go.
We'll get rid of the Kia Oval Pavilion. We'll get rid of this one. We'll get rid of Swansea's ground. We'll get rid of Totally Wicked Stadium. That gives me throwbacks to the Rugby League World Cup. That was a fun competition to cover.
The Rugby League World Cup?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was We got to the. Oh, no, we didn't even get to the final, did we?
No, we faced the Aussies and they kind of did us.
Yeah, that was a good game though.
Mm.
A lot of high quality team, that Kiwi team at the moment. All right.
They're downloading.
Load those down.
Uploading. Okay. They should be ready.
How exciting.
Go very soon. 5 minutes remaining in this contest. I think the bonus point, at a guess, it's secured by the Hurricanes.
I think so. I think it's going to be a heck of a turnaround in the next 4 minutes and 50 seconds to get a win, or even just stop the bonus point. If they get within 7 points from here, would they stop the bonus point? Would they?
Yes.
So there's still
tries.
So there's still something to play for MOANA Pacific right now.
Absolutely. This could be the second side to reach 50. Oh, it's over. It's another try. Who's that? Number 16. That looks like, what's his face? Oh, it's going to annoy me because I know the fella. I think it's Apalahavi Fire.
Oh, wow. Your names of the teams.
Apalahami Fire.
Are you noticing with Super Rugby, are your live stream numbers the same as what they were last year?
No.
Are they down, are they?
It's a bit down depending on the live stream and depending on the teams. I think when we get closer to the end of the season, it normally picks up again because these games, a lot of people always say they don't really matter. It's at those last rounds that actually
really matter.
Work out who's going where.
But like at this time last year with the round robin games, you were getting more views on those.
I think so. Although Six Nations we've gone up, which is nice.
Well, that's what everyone's sort of. I don't really do any Super Rugby content. Listening issues is a thing you appreciate as you get older. It's true. Well, it's. I think Mark's been saying the same thing. He's saying like his bread and butter used to be Super Rugby, but it gets nothing now. Gets absolutely nothing. Wow. Oh,
sorry, I just moved that one away. It was about the rock climbing. Do it in Cricket World Cup. I want to, but it depends because I can't do any games that involve Sri Lanka because they're the ones who copyright struck us last World Cup. But that wasn't even the.
I think you do. Why are you still worried about that? It's just one random dude who was just a bit of a dude.
But if he does it, like he's got, I think they're on like 500,000 subscribers or something like that. So it's one that if you get a copyright strike doing the World Cup, then you can't live stream for 2 weeks till you get it removed.
Yeah.
Then we lose 2 weeks of our rugby. But maybe we'll still do some Cricket World Cup. I'll be keen. We'll do some watch-alongs, Tony. Me and you, the dream team. Eh?
I love it. I love a bit of cricket. I made one cricket video, and it was one of my very first videos. It was when Brendan McCullum got named the coach of England, and I swear to God, it was prophetic. Like it was the most talking to Nostradamus. I predicted I was going to say this is going to turn them around. This is the best thing that could have happened to them. Yada 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 yada. Janae, go watch it. Go into my channel. Go Distracted Sports. Distracted Sports other stuff, and it's something about Brendan McCullum. And
still got your Israel Adesanya video up as well.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah, they're still up. Those ones have got no views. Well, they got like 1,000 or something like that, which is not a lot. Yeah,
1,000.
There we go.
This could be the try. Nah, great tackle by Salisi Dayasi. 2 minutes remain. Can they do it?
You can do it.
You want to put 50 cents on the line?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. So who's got if they score? Is that you've got if they score? That's a turnover. Yeah, you can have if they score.
God damn it.
The penalty goes against them.
Come on, this has been depressing. Hasn't it just been depressing?
It's been hurtful. You know, it makes me sad for MOANA Pasifika because they have got the talent. They have got the ability. It's just this game. I know that people on social media are going to be like, why do we have Fiji and Drew and MOANA Pasifika? Look at their score lines. Even though like Fiji just came off beating the Crusaders.
Yeah, I think they deserve to be there, but this is not great. But like the fact you want more good Pacifica players to want to play for them. The fact that they get the dregs,
so many great players left them, didn't they? Sokopi Kepu, he left, even though he was going to be one of the big guys who stuck around for a while. Lincoln McClutchy, nowhere to be seen. Jonathan Tamatine, we haven't really seen in action, ex-Hurricanes fella.
Yeah.
And then that full pack wise, They also lost a few of their big dogs, big guns.
Oh, this is just oh no. Just tap.
Lakai's a class player though. He's got a bright future, this youngster. He's handy. He was the one who came in for Artie Savi and just blew the house off the place. And now I think he's going to keep on getting some good minutes. Like the fact that he's in there rather than Duplessis Karifi as well. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I see you're trying to talk and I just keep on going.
No. It's your channel, man. I honestly, you talk, man. It's all good. But like, my question was going to be, is he good enough to be a bolter? And there's probably not room for him in the makeup.
To be honest, I think the way that we've seen him play just in this game, like we've seen that line break, that turnover in the breakdown where he ran about 30 or 40 meters when we thought that Moana were going to have a good chance of scoring. Like he's got the pace, and the good thing is he just looks like he's naturally big. Like he doesn't have to try and bulk up or anything to put on the sides. He's just it is Peter Lakai.
Peter Lakai.
Yeah.
Peter Lakai. Okay, I gotcha. Peter Lakai. Yeah, he looks like a bit of a ball of muscle, doesn't he?
And he's good in a breakdown as well. Are you a ball of muscle, Tony? I consider yourself maybe like a...
I'm more of like a ball of like lard that's been in the sun for a while. That's what I would describe myself in.
I can relate
describe myself as... What's that?
I can relate to that.
You can...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. No, definitely not a ball of muscle. That's just. There seems like there's a fair bit of Kane support there, isn't there? Good to see. I've got a topic for you. Form players that could push themselves into the All Blacks right now.
Okay, that aren't already associated, I assume. Is one of them Sean Stevenson?
Yeah, I'm thinking Shooter McGavin, definitely. Like on the fringes, I think Hoskins Satutu. I know he's involved already, but I think he's been putting his hand up big time so far this season.
He's a tricky one, isn't he? Because he plays well for the Blues, and then you stick him in that 8 jersey for the ABs, and he kind of disappears a little bit. But I think he just needs more time.
Yeah, I think he'll get there. But Mark Talia and Shooter McGavin are me. They're my guys. Yeah. Mark Talia, what are you going to
his defense is the thing that worries me.
But he beats.
I don't know. I don't know whether or not his defense is bad because he's being told to. Because he always comes in off his wing, and then that leaves the gap on the outside. I don't know whether that's tactical that they've said come in, or whether he just does it. But on attack, like he's a try scoring machine, and he beats many defenders.
He's a try scoring machine. Okay, every time you freeze, it makes me. You froze there for a while. I don't know if you froze for me.
You froze too, and I was just sitting here like, yeah. Blackadder definitely good.
Yeah. But then the thing, like, who do they drop from that loose trio? Who do they drop from that loose forward unit in the All Blacks right now to make way for your Peter Lakais and your Ethan, your Blackadders and stuff?
To be honest, I think if you're looking at that 6 jersey, what's the Kiriwani done in the last little while? Frizzell, I think it's at the moment my pecking order is Frizzell's just that little bit higher than Akira, but I think that's more consistency than anything. Like Akira,
he played pretty well for a few games for the ABs last year. Where is he at the moment? Is he injured at the moment?
I think so. Because the benefit the Blues have is even with him injured, they've still got a very strong loose forward trio, don't they? They've got
Robinson in there as well at the moment.
Yeah, Big Red's another. Get him in as a lock, maybe? Would you go lock with him just because of the age of Retallick and Whitelock? Maybe.
Maybe.
We both did that head thing. How you go like that? Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know. There's What do you think? But in terms of our chances for the big one at the end of the year, the William Webb Ellis Trophy, do you rate us a shot, or do you just think this is a year we just need to get through, potentially get out of get knocked out by Ireland in the quarters, which is highly likely.
That would hurt.
Well, imagine being Ireland and like being the best team in the world for so long, being so dominant for ages, like winning Grand Slams or Six Nations, and then having to face either us one of the best attacking teams in the world who have a pretty good record at World Cups, even though we've probably underperformed, or France, which is probably the best attacking threat in the world. Like, those are two massive games to get through. Like, if they get through that, they should win the World Cup. The Irish.
Because I was talking about it on the earlier live stream, and I mentioned the other scenario, which is what happens if the Scottish cause a massive upset and beat Ireland in the group stages. Imagine Ireland, Grand Slam Six Nations champions. Their under-20 side did the Grand Slam as well, beating New Zealand in a tour of New Zealand.
Unable to get out of this.
On a quarters.
But then, that pool's going to end in heartbreak. Like I think that Scotland team, the likes of Hogg and Duhan van der Merwe, and I even like the look of Kinghorn in that team. Like, Jamie Ritchie's a very, very good player too. Some real quality across the park there. Not a lot of weak links, really. Tuipulotu was outstanding in the World Cup. No, in the Six Nations recently. Like, that team on paper, and also, if they take those performances against Wales and England and do those against any other team, good to see distracted Tony Tattoo on Fozzie coming up soon. Maybe, Mark, maybe. If they can, I think they've got an upset in them. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, I could really see them tipping up the Irish or the Saffers on their day. That'll be a big one. Big occasion.
Like, it's so sad that Scotland have ended up in that scenario, because if they were in another group, like, they're through to the quarters, aren't they?
Yeah, they deserve. Well, they're the fifth ranked team in the world right now. Having 3 of the top 5 ranked teams in the world in one pool is just an absolute atrocity. And having the 5 top ranked teams on one side of the draw, that is just stupid. And having the other 5 teams who just have B grade rugby the rest of the world can watch. Like, for one thing, it's not B grade, but like it's not quite that top 5 level team. Like, I guess the one benefit for being involved in that side of the draw, or even being a neutral, is games are meaningful straight off the bat. Like, All Blacks France at Stade de France, game 1. That's huge. Like, that's just a massive occasion. So that's nice, but it's weird. They need to change their draws, don't they?
Because I think they've mentioned next World Cup they're going to do it differently. I think they said that they're going to do it a little bit closer. But the thing is, like, it seems to still be a split opinion from people. It depends, actually, majority of the time, which country where you're from. Because...
Can everybody tell? So you froze for a second. Can someone in the chat tell us, like, when you freeze, is it one of us? Is it Hamish freezing, or is it me freezing? Because there could be another one of these scenarios where I end up hosting the Kiwi lads again, just screaming money at people.
Fun, wouldn't it?
Yes, on my lonesome. Jeez Louise.
Speaking of fun, I have about 10 memes lined up for you, mate.
Junaid
has been making. So we've got, of course, you saw the first one and the second.
Yes.
We've got one that was actually made by Xavier. We'll do that one first, which is... Okay, good. So not quite related to the Kiwi lads, but Uno or draw thing. Yep, good.
Right. Thank you, that guy.
You got this one, Mark.
Let's do some role play. That's true. Yeah, that's good.
We've done role play too, me and you, Tony, haven't we?
I love a role play.
What did we role play? We role played that you were a woman or something, didn't we?
You were trying to pick me up or something like that. Was that along those lines?
It didn't work, did it?
No, you weren't very good. I wasn't going to shag you.
Only because, I normally go for women without beards. Like, nothing against them, but just, if a beard on a woman is better than mine, then I'd feel a bit intimidated.
How prejudice of you. All right, give me another one of these memes. That was a good one, Junaid.
Another meme, booyah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's funny.
He's very quick, isn't he? Because that happened and then straight away, bang. It was there.
He's taken that image of me. I know where that's from. That he's like one of that's my. I think it's I got my smallest ever video I made was I did like a believe it or not, my first ever sports video I made was a video about how we should respect the Warriors and how all the incredible things they've done in Australia and the fact that they did have a chance in 2022, which they certainly did not end up having a chance. So that was my first one. But then I also made one. It was like it was a reaction video to the rules of American football, and I just edited it with all sorts of weird shit. And then I just had a freeze frame of me that I put in there, and I was like that. And he's taken that from there. Is that where you got it from, Junaid? That NFL video from yonks ago?
I'm going to quickly see.
Is he in the chat?
I'm going to quickly rearrange us a little bit, Tony, because I'm a fancy boy.
Fancy lad.
Yeah, there we go. And that way your face won't be covered when we react to the memes, you see.
Oh, right, because people want to see my face, do they?
Absolutely. So this is the new layout. Boom. Wow. It's like,
oh, look at this. I feel like you're so far. Come back. Come back.
Right, you ready? I'm going to put the hand through.
Oh, we're shaking hands. There we go.
No one knows what we're doing behind there. There's a third man. We're just kind of, we're busy. Right, next meme. We've got every line.
Yeah.
That's like me and George, though, as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can George on the lead. This is the next one.
Toilet chat. That's good. It's good. Yeah.
They just keep rolling, don't they? This is the next one.
Yeah, that is. Oh, we did. We had a good one. We were having a little, but it was all very, very good natured.
I see that. What about if she's taller than you, Hamish? Would that be intimidating? Nah, just the beard. Just the beard. She can be tall. She can reach things that way. Like I can reach some stuff, but then,
Oh, mate. Well, yeah, I think you've got to have standards, don't you? Don't worry about the height. She can be 7 foot, but as long as she doesn't have a beard.
Yeah.
Are you a tall fellow? Are you? What are you?
One moment. I'm going to go centimeters to foot because I assume you want similar both, maybe. So I'm 179 centimeters. So I'm apparently 2'5", but that's not great.
Are you
179. 5'9", we'll call it.
All right.
I'm
5'11".
Which doesn't sound that high, does it? But like I've got some big shoes.
Massive cock. Massive.
How do you know?
Is that what you're saying? I'm just reading between the lines.
I was just saying, like, not massive shoes as in like the size of them, just the soles, like thick. Oh, that looks familiar. No,
all right. Very good, very good.
Next one for the memes.
There we go. Yeah, that's right.
You love to whip out the guitar, don't you?
Yeah, I've got it next door. Yeah, I do like to. Yeah, I played guitar on one of the streams. I think I played guitar on one of yours once as well.
Yeah, you wrote a song about the first half, about how terrible the attendance at Amy Park was.
Yeah, that's sure it was a banger. Absolute banger.
I think it would have sold millions if we had actually clipped it.
Yeah, someone should have clipped it and made all that cash. They really could have done it. These are very good. These are very good, Junaid. I thought they were going to be terribly mean or something, but they're quite funny.
I don't think we've hit too many mean ones yet, have we? Still time.
Well, oh, this is funny.
I hate when that happens though. Like that's so relatable when you don't have the scoreboard updated and everyone in the chat's like, update the score, please. And you're like, sorry, yep. Messed up again. I was going to buy a ukulele, fun fact, going back to that guitar one, just for live streams. Just so that it was a bit more accessible.
I just bought a ukulele.
What color is it?
Do you want me to go grab it?
Go on then. We've got time. We've got it all night, Tony. And Irish does have great humour, says Janae. Thank you. I feel like I sometimes hide it a little bit on some of the more, sometimes I do quite serious commentary, and then if I'm in some sort of mood, I'll just throw on a few little sneaky ones that some people get and they hear on the way past. Reds and the Rebels game. Fun fact, I'm not actually doing that match. Not because of the match that it is, just because I was going to be heading to bed just a little bit earlier. We got Ulster versus Bulls. I did see earlier on you asked what time that was, Nate. And that is going to be at about 8:35 a.m. New Zealand time. Did you add the last two memes? I did, Junaid. We're going to have them ready for Tony when he does get his way back. We got the one with Simon Cowell and hello. Oh, that's a little, yeah. Stroke it. Stroke it more for me, Tony. I apologize for everyone who had to hear that from Tony. Hello, Tony.
Oh, that's funny. I learned how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on it.
Did you? Can you play the South African national anthem?
South Africa. How's that?
Yeah, it was good.
I think we hit some of the notes. Yeah. The chat would have loved that, I'm sure.
Junaid enjoyed when I took you away and then brought you back.
I'm sure he did.
What a game. Yeah, they did very well. Should have mentioned score 59 points to 0 in that matchup. But insane. Well, that escalated quickly from Amish saying, stroke it for me, Tony. Yeah, I thought someone might pick up on that.
That's true. Sorry about that.
Right, this is the next one, Tony.
Oh, really? When you realize how, wow, thank you.
I haven't looked at your eyes. Like, I mean, I've probably seen them, but they kind of
beautiful.
You're almost hazel, are they? Yeah.
I can't. They're
they're blue. You're almost
blue, yeah.
Grey.
Well, they're blue eyes. How close are we?
That's great there. Oh, that's real clear. Go to the side just a little bit. There you go.
Wow.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony.
Hi. Sorry. Was that a bit terrifying, everybody?
No, I think it was. You looked like you were just peeping through like the keyhole of a nice lady's apartment.
You had that scenario all just ready to go, didn't you?
Yeah, it just comes to mind, you know. So relatable.
Yeah.
Yes. So the national anthem makes me nervous, says Junaid.
Oh, really?
It's scary. The box.
Scary stuff. Okay, we got another meme here.
We do. This is the last one. This is final, okay? The final meme. Can you play the final countdown on ukulele, or you not quite got that yet? There's a bit of a throwback song.
Final countdown. Yeah, that was it.
It needs work. We'll work on that one. Final meme.
That's good.
Mark, I can imagine Mark. He's got good limbs, doesn't he? He's got long levers.
Yes. That's what he said. He said, I've got long levers for the rock climbing.
Mm.
It works out good.
So, like, he'd just be on the bottom, just standing on the ground, and then just right at the top, reach it, drag himself up one-handed, ding the bell.
The guy's like 7 foot 8. It's like 7'8", the guy. He's a monster.
Mm.
Absolute giant. You know, he's starting a another YouTube account.
Yes, because for his behind the scenes, I know that you've been hounding him a little bit. It's good though, because we get to see more 2 cents outside of the
away from the whiteboard. Away from the
we did that. We did disc golf. Did you see our disc golf video?
Oh no, I saw the thumbnail and I was almost going to click on it, and then I had to do something else, and I was like, I'll come back to that. And the old algo never showed it to me ever again.
No. No, it's sitting on about 120 views, so I don't think many people saw it.
Come on, everyone, let's go watch it. 120 views. Bloody hell. That's not good. No, I'm sorry.
All I said, Xavier, yeah, we're still chilling. I could actually screen share it if you want. I don't know if you want to see it live.
What is it?
The Frisbee one.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
okay.
add it to the stream. We're just having a chill out session. I feel like I'm so much more able now with like the ability to move things. I don't know why they didn't add this like 4 years ago. You know?
Wow.
It's like
How
something
much?
so simple, like move it. Hi, chats. Is that the actual 2 cents though? Or is that a different one? It looks like him, but is it a fake account? Probably not. Hello, Mark. Do you want to join
Is
in?
that
We were
Mark?
looking at memes and talking about
Yeah, Mark, there's a bunch of
ukuleles.
memes about it. They're all really mean about you and they're really flattering towards me.
Absolutely.
Mark, jump on your sack. Yeah, we can talk. We can tell you what happened at the rugby.
I can't say that to him because I don't know him well enough yet. Like I can't
You say all the nasty things you say about him when he's not on air. When you're not on air, you're always that fucking Mark. What a piece of crap.
He's knackered. That's because you climbed a wall, Mark, didn't you?
Oh, don't go on that. You're knackered, you old bastard. Come on, get on.
Get on, Mark. That's you, Mark.
There you go. Mark, did you see all the? Did you see all the memes about us? There's all these memes that people have made on the Discord.
This guy looks like he's from Argentina.
Who? Well, the guy climbing.
Yeah.
Did you just look at that sort of physique and you go, that's some Argentinian meat?
Well, that's the hair, you know. I used to have long hair. It didn't look like that, though, because I wasn't from Argentina.
Right. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it could be. He's got to be from somewhere, you know.
My license if I block enough of it. I look like a Colombian drug dealer.
He looks like a Colombian what? Where's he going?
I'm here.
Oh.
Just going to try and hide everything. You ready for this picture of epicness?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Oh, wow. That it's just, dude, no one can see anything. It's just a white piece of paper. It's just a white. It's just all white. No.
Yeah. I just look like I finished a big mission across the board. Fun fact.
That's
this is more entertaining than the rugby was. Yeah, that is my driving license.
Are you on your full? Are you on your full license?
Believe it or not, I'm still restricted. I need to go for it, but you got to go 30 minutes north or south. And anytime I think about going for it, I feel like I'm going to fail the eye test because I get like 3 hours sleep. So I feel like I'll be sitting there going, you know, like I did my restricted renewal because I've been that long with it.
Oh, and really?
The guy was like, right, you want to read out that top row for me? And I was like, absolutely. And I was like, circle, square. Wait, are we doing shapes? And he's like, no, we're doing letters. And I was like, okay, O, D. But he let me away with it. Looks like it belongs on wanted list on Police 10-7. It does. It looks like it doesn't even really look like me.
It looks like you. What are you talking about? It looks like you.
I must have gotten a tan since then, surely, you know.
Yeah. I was about to find you mine, but I don't trust myself to do your snippy croppy with your fingers as well as you did. I'd just completely dox myself to all. How many people are actually watching us right now?
We've got 34 watching at the moment, Tony. It's popping off.
34 lost souls joining us.
If we promise that Mark will join us, I'm sure it will go up a little bit. But then the thing is,
you've just turned off. You just turned your mic went off for a moment there.
Did it?
Better now. Oh wow, that was last night you guys had your mic out and it was sitting on George's lap and he was like flicking the bottom of it so we get it was like bong, 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 bong.
George has a very active mind when it comes to sitting still.
And then you were like a meter and a half in front of it, so you were like, it sounded like you were like 6 rooms away, talking very quietly. It was just like bonk, bonk, only for a little while.
Yeah, see, that's why we were going to have the XLR like multi-board mixer thing because I thought that this mic had a hole in its bottom, and it does, just like most things. But it's a hole for a connection. This looks inappropriate. Luckily, it's.
Yeah, I've got a similar mic to you, mate. Look at this.
Yeah.
Mic chat. I'm not using my mic right now, by the way. I'm just going off my thing.
Ooh, is that the USB Nano one?
It's the X. So it does go into it's a Blue Yeti X.
Ah.
I lost the thing off the side of it. You know, I've got one there, but I don't know where the other one's gone.
Your nut's missing.
I'm one nutted.
One nutted. So many references I could make, but I will hold back.
Other people can just imagine them. Imagine them sweet
Imagine
references.
Tony's one nut that he's missing.
In your mouth, bitches.
Why is it where'd that come from?
I'm sorry, I got carried away. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. I feel foolish. What can I say?
Run through the memes again for 2 cents, Kiwi lads. I feel like him being in person for them.
Yeah, you get online, Mark.
Different, although he's tired.
Mark, come on, and you don't even have to show your face. You can just talk. He can do that, can't he?
Yeah, he can do that. I think that's possible.
Come on, Mark.
I'll send you an invite through your email, and then you'd have to pass it on. We're pretty much peer pressuring Mark into doing this. This will not go well in terms of my future collaboration plans with Mark. He'll be like, this guy just nags me all the time.
Yeah, just do it on your phone and chat.
I didn't realize I was an adult the other day, Tony.
Oh, Lydia just said to me that the nut that I'm lost is actually in my top drawer. So
I thought that was going to go somewhere else there for a second.
My partner knows where my nuts are, which is great.
Which is handy, isn't it?
If
you ever lose them,
she knows where they are. Yeah, that's great. All right, you forwarded me this, and then I can forward it on to. Oh, there we go.
Yep. I have to set my Mark's a bad word, Tony. Anyone who's watched the podcast knows that Mark, he's a loose unit when he gets gone.
We got our last podcast demonetized, actually.
Did you? Why?
Yeah. Well, I've got this really bad way because when they're on his channel, especially, I mean to bleep out the swear words. Yeah. I'm a little bit looser on mine. And I think I probably got about 75% of them. But I just got my technique of doing them is I'm working and I just have the podcast on the side. And every time I hear a fuck, I go, oh, better get that. And I beep it out. And then I did it all the way. And then there was like freaking 15 seconds left. And I was like, oh, sweet, I'm done. Okay, I'll just put the end bits on, blah, 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 thumbnail, send it over to Mark, he puts it up. And then I was listening to it in the car, and I finished by saying like something like, get effed C-bombs at the very end, which is pretty extreme foul language.
Yes. There we go. See, George swears a lot, and then he censors them, but then he gets bored of censoring, so he just stops and just leaves them running. Basically, you two ganging up on Mark. That sounds like something we'd do on a different website, maybe for a certain amount of money.
You're a shocker. That's a very naughty joke. That's a foul joke.
I'm a terrible individual, Tony.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Jeez Louise.
Howdy, says just Carl. Hello, Carl. We're just talking about our gangbang with 2 cents.
I forwarded you the email, Mark. I don't know if he's going to do anything with it.
I'm going to move you slightly more to the side because I realized the thing that's annoying me is you are half an inch from the side of the screen, and there was just that little gap. Now you're
Mark strikes me as the kind of guy who's pretty good at withstanding peer pressure, I'd say.
Okay. He seems sensible, you know?
Yeah. No, he's funny though. I think he's had a few loose times in his life, like we all have in our youth. But yeah, he's definitely, in terms of the duo that is 2 cents gets distracted, he's definitely the straight man to my off the wall man, I'd say. Would you agree with that?
I think so, but that's kind of good. You got that dynamic of like,
yeah. It's very funny though when he loses his rag though. Like I've only saw him one podcast we had. He got very, very passionate about the fact that Irish people always describe Scottish people as being arrogant, and he got really, really impassioned about the fact that he didn't understand why they get called that, because they don't, and that the Scottish people need to be left alone. And he got very, very passionate about it, enthusiastic about it. It was a great moment for the podcast, I really thought.
Kind of like Braveheart, movie that I haven't seen.
You haven't seen Braveheart? What else haven't you seen, champ?
I haven't seen 3000. Is that what it's called? The one with "This is Sparta," boom. You know that
300.
300. I had an extra zero. What else haven't I seen? I haven't seen a lot of stuff. Like I've watched like mainly comedies. Like I just kind of watch all the small stuff that's like easy to watch while you're not concentrating, if that makes sense. So like if you just want something to tick over while you're typing or doing something.
When was the last time you actually went to the movies?
It was probably 2019, maybe earlier. I think we went and saw Batman versus Superman. I see that we've Yeah, pre-COVID. George actually tipped a drink down himself at Burger King, and he had to go into the theatre with a wet ass. That was unfortunate.
Oh, that sounds like some terrible swamp ass.
Yeah, you hate to see it. We're just gonna go like this, right? We're gonna go like this, like that, this, and then save it like that, and then boom, 2 cents. Hello, mate.
You sack. There he is. There he is. How are you, champ?
Good.
I told Hamish said he's going to stop talking shit about you now, so I've got that under control.
Yeah, thank you for helping me out with that one.
No worries.
You're my guardian angel.
Yeah, that's what they call me. All right, Hamish. What you got any sensible questions for Mark? I feel like you want to say something sensible as soon as Mark arrives. Do you get that notion going through you?
You don't have to keep it sensible for me. Just keep it going on. We like the teacher. I used to be a teacher, but no, keep doing what you're doing. What were you guys talking about right before I came on? Because I had to close YouTube to come here. So I missed what you were talking about
Tony's nuts.
Right, maybe we shouldn't keep on that.
You've seen this mic a few times, haven't you?
I thought you were going to say you've seen my nuts. Like, no.
You've seen this? This is the mic we use for the podcast.
We've used that before, yeah.
Yeah, we've used it together. But I lost a nut off the side of that. And I mentioned on the live stream that I had, and I just got a text from Lydia, who you know, and she said, it's in the top drawer of your thing. And I was like, oh.
I had a feeling she would know where it was, right? Yeah, she knows where everything is.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I've been to your house enough times to know that she knows what's going on.
Yeah, she's the brains of the joint. She really
basically.
is.
Yeah. What does that make you?
The cock and balls of the joint.
Yeah. No, rock climbing was good. Just my mate who's a builder keeps nagging me to go, so I decided to go. Yeah. It's good. It's tiring. It's like good exercise. Yeah, indoor. I ain't doing no outdoor stuff. So, but yeah, no, it's good exercise. And I've got like really long arms. So even though you're supposed to use your legs, I just end up using my arms all day and then I get tired. Then I have a lie down. But no, it's good fun. And it's just a good test of like your willpower to tell your brain, like, shut up, brain. I'm not going to die. Like, it's not that far, because your brain's like, you're insane. What are you doing? But you got rope. You're fine.
Right. I think I've got terrible willpower. So I think I might be like half a foot off the ground and be like, no, brain says no.
Well, it does say there's a limit of 110 kilos. So how would you get on with that?
I would be under it. Thank you.
Okay.
You bitch. You fucking bitch. Fuck you.
Sorry, Tons.
Okay. I remember we did rock climbing, like actually outdoors for school in like year 7. And they had all the Polytech ones who came to join us. And they were like just pretty much trying to push people off who didn't want to go. Like it was like a 20-meter drop and they had the harness on. And then you'd literally get pushed towards the edge. Like, come on, we got to make the schedule. Just get there.
Yeah.
Was that rock climbing or abseiling?
Abseiling, it would have been.
Right.
Sorry, the other way around.
Right.
Yeah.
Either way.
Everything.
It's pretty disconcerting either way.
I used to have to take kids abseiling, and it was like that because you were like, you're not going to die. Fucking go, pretend you're sitting down off the edge.
Yeah.
Go. And then you'd have like some little, and I would have been like 21, 22, have no idea what children would be like, and be like a poor little 8-year-old girl absolutely shitting herself and be like, you'll be fine. Just
Tony's just grabbing them and plugging them off.
Yeah.
Where you go.
Off you go. Oh dear. But you missed a great game, Mark. It was a real tense encounter between the Pacific.
You told me you called me while I was driving and you said it was a hiding. I haven't even seen the score. What was the score?
Well, what was
59-0 to the Hurricanes.
Right. I gambled. I was like, this guy calls me. He's like, do you want to go rock climbing? I'm like, ooh, MOANA Pacifica's on. I was like, nah, it'll probably not going to be worth. It's not going to be close. Not going to say it's not going to be worth watching, but I didn't think it'd be close. So okay, I gambled right. Good to know.
I know we can't actually hear the commenters and stuff. We can't actually hear them, but I felt like there was an audible gasp when we said that you weren't watching the rugby. You were actually watching your rock climbing.
Yeah.
It was a
It's
real
pretty
issue.
rare. It's pretty
And
rare.
shockwaves throughout the rugby world.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty rare. I watch most of the games. Yeah, that's true. It is. It takes something special to get me not watching the game. I'll admit it.
Mark, do you want to see these memes? People
Go
have
on,
been making memes about us.
Okay.
Right.
I just saw the rock climbing one, which had me chuckling because that guy was rather athletic, which doesn't match like some lanky dude with glasses, like being told by the instructor, like, you're not supposed to wear those kind of shoes, but it's okay. She was lovely, actually, but she was just trying to sell us like the rock climbing shoes. So yeah.
Yeah, you meant to have proper shoes for rock
You are
climbing,
supposed to have proper shoes and your proper harness. Yeah. Anyway.
You're going bowling tomorrow. You get special shoes for that, don't you?
Yeah, you
10-pin bowling, you do. Yeah, you have to wear those ones.
Is there a 10? Surely there's a 10-pin bowling place in Auckland, isn't there?
There's one just down the road from me. If you want to come along, yeah, we'll go bowling.
Yeah.
If you come up to Auckland, we'll go bowling. I've had a turkey a couple of times, so I'm not too bad.
My uncle got a turkey,
what about your bowling though? What about your bowling though?
Didn't.
Bang! Big bucks.
Boom! Look at that. Yeah, my uncle got a turkey, and he went to the counter because he was convinced that he actually won a turkey. So he was asking for it, and the person was getting angry at him. He's like, "But I've just been told by pretty much his prankster brother, who said, "No, mate, you get like a frozen turkey to take home." Like, it's just a South Island
Did
thing.
you get a whole
man.
turkeys? Like shit, we have to throw these out. We've gone past their due date.
That's great.
Right, here comes the first meme, Mark. I don't think this one. Well, this one's slightly relevant to you because it's got Tony involved, of course.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I want to. What is that? I got the live stream because does that say Tony joins the stream?
Yeah, yep. Tony joins the stream. Everyone in the chat, and that's what's the name? The football coach going, oh fuck.
That's Mourinho taking off the translation. Oh yeah, fair. Yeah,
it's fair. Yeah. And that was, you know, who makes these? Junaid.
Really?
Yeah, and I was giving him.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one. That one's not bad. So these are all just giving Tony shit, eh? I like this. I like where this is. I like where this is going.
Yeah, it's good.
We got another one involving you and Tony.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. No,
that one has some sort of BDSM overtones, though. That's what.
Slightly. Yeah.
Have your live streams when you have Tony on gotten slightly less PG? Have you noticed that? That they kind of.
Yeah, I think so. It's just a different vibe, eh? When you're having to just talk, than my dad when he's showing off his legs, or like when you by yourself. Like Tony's pretty stingy with his legs in comparison.
We get demonetized for different reasons. Yeah,
this is true.
Yeah.
How is Gazza going? Gazza's still going good?
Yeah, he's going good. He came over yesterday. He wanted to live stream. Like I always usually ask him, but he called me on Thursday. I was like, "Son, you're going away next month. We better do a live stream so I can catch up with your followers." And I was like, "All right, let's go."
That's nice.
Let's go. Yeah.
Is he going to do any while you're away?
It's hard because YouTube's blocked in China, but I might. We'll have to give it a go. I'll see if I can get around the Great Firewall.
How will you do that?
StreamYard is actually not blocked in China yet, or maybe with a VPN. Use ExpressVPN, bro. It's in the description of all my videos.
Or
it looks like a charm.
Private internet access VPN.
Oh, VPN wars.
Yeah.
Very good. Right, next one.
Mark and Tony having a normal rugby discussion. Tony, let's do some. Yeah, you and your role play, man. You've actually you've kind of eased off on the role play in the last two podcasts, I think. Yeah.
I have to make sure I have to bring one up tomorrow, and then
okay. Yeah.
He does enjoy it though, doesn't he? Like he had him as a woman. What's the latest role play you two have taken part in on a stream, that is, rather than outside?
I think I got you to role play as
Eddie Jones or something. Maybe Richie. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Up's a good movie though. I like that movie.
That is a great movie. Oh, have you seen Up, Hamish?
Some of it.
Name a movie. No, name a movie. This is how I got onto this in the first place. Name a movie that you think everybody in the world has seen. No, obviously not everyone, but pretty much very, very common.
Like everyone's seen Forrest Gump, right?
Yeah, I have. I'm a movie aficionado, Mark.
Right.
I've
Yeah,
seen
you wouldn't believe though.
5 movies.
The amount of movies he hasn't actually seen though. It's quite remarkable.
Have you seen Predator?
Nope.
Fuck off, man.
Have you seen Alien?
Nope.
You haven't seen Alien or have you seen Aliens?
I've seen
Jesus,
Aliens
man.
in the Attic.
Have you
Come on, man.
Hasn't seen The Matrix?
No.
Far out. Come on, man. You need to. Jeez. You movie aficionado haven't seen Aliens, Predator. Come on, man.
He hasn't seen anyway. It's quite amazing. Like the only movie he has seen is Forrest Gump.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I picked that one. I guess you go like Ghostbusters is classic.
Which one?
All right. What's the next one?
We have got this one.
Oh yeah.
Corporate initiative to find the difference.
I was telling you how mighty he is.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I've never seen Tony's face superimposed over that chicken office. So there you go.
It kind of looks like, you know, that statue, the stone one from back in the day, the fellow with the curly hair. Normally got his cock out, similar to Tony. But
David.
You know, yeah, whichever one that one is. It kind of looks like he's more made of stone, doesn't it?
You're just picturing him with his cock out, so that's fair enough.
I've seen David in the flesh.
I didn't know where that was going.
Okay.
It's quite a thing. The good thing about it is it's quite a small cock, so every guy who sees it, like,
feels good about themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a grower, not a shower, though. You can't actually have him with a massive hog hanging down to your kneecap.
This is what the internet was made for, folks.
There we
Exactly.
go.
Speaking of toilets, well, not really toilets, but things
Yeah.
you use near a toilet.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
We got this one. This one's more of a specialty to you two.
What is that first? Was that Petros?
You know, that was the guy that we were.
Oh, yeah. The guy in the Mr. Hernandez, yeah. Until next change against the 2 cents like yeah, that was great. He was good value, man. He was really good value. That was phenomenal. Good balance.
It was good natured.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, there was a bit of an argument going on between two fellas in my stream about like whether rugby union is like a proper Australian thing. That just kept going on.
I think they popped in very short for hours and then got no reaction, so they must have left.
Right. People go fishing, eh?
One of the guys was just a real, I won't say his name, but he was a real douchebag. Because I kind of got baited by one because I thought he was a genuine person. He was like, just saying something about the fact that there are no Australians that are actually
union fans. They're all like Kiwis or Pacific Islanders or something like that. It's like, no.
Like, oh, no, I've worked with two. Just like, no, I've worked with two. Like, I can see your point, but not in my experience.
Yeah.
And then he just like did like 6 angry comments back to that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Should I have done something about it as a mod, says Junaid?
Well, it wasn't like abusive. It was just argumentative. And it did get to the point where it's like, I don't know, he's going a bit far. But anyway.
He was trying to start shit, basically.
Basically, he's trying to stir. People just need to not fight.
You just ignore him. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
As soon as I realized that, I've just walked into his trap, I was like, okay, man. And I just was like, that's it.
Yeah, just don't bite anymore.
There was just one other guy who was like, he kept on getting caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they were going back and forward. It was a bit silly. It's a bit silly. But anyway, that's the internet.
I don't really get people trying to bait me anymore. I think it's because I just answer too genuinely, and then they're like, "Oh, well, that wasn't."
Yeah.
Fun. It was
Yeah, I reckon early days. I wasn't trying to bait you or anything. I was trying to ask you like really silly questions and stuff. I'd be like, "Which is the sexiest All Black?" And you'd like just straight face. You'd be like, "Well, I guess all of their wives think they're quite sexy," and then you just say straight on to the next one.
You're
like,
Carter, didn't I?
Should be a politician.
You would just say like the best answer you possibly could, but then move on very quickly and not bite and not like treat it like, oh jeez, you know. Whereas
being a politician,
you should be a politician.
Nah, because I too easy for people to like say you should do this, and I'll be like, oh yeah, okay. Like someone randomly will be like, hey, you should do a game at like 4 a.m. that no one's gonna watch, and I'll be like, yeah, all right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I've woken up oftentimes I've woken up and and when you get old, you need to pee in the middle of the night. You'll find this out, Hamish. And I wake up and then it's freaking 3:30 in the morning on a Thursday, and you're live streaming like Papua New Guinea versus Namibia in the sevens, and I'm like, what is he?
He's a young man, Tony. He's a young man.
Yeah. Viral.
Yeah.
A young single man. That makes it easier being single because I got no one who's like, hey, you want to do something? I'm like, hey, I'm sleeping. Daytime.
Well, we found his perfect woman though, Mark.
Did you?
Perfect. Well, no, but just we found what her qualities would be. Or
Okay.
well, one aspect of it, she has to be a nurse that works night shifts.
There's plenty of those, but they usually do rotational shifts, don't they?
I think if they're on the night shift, well, some are on the nights for a long period of time, like
Okay.
nights, and then some of them just do the odd night here and there. Because someone's got to be on the night every night, you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm sure that seems like a decent, decent pop. There's a few of those out there.
We can find one for you.
Did you show the 2 cents gets distracted award meme? Which one was that? I saw that I got an award though for Gazza.
You did.
I got Gazza's YouTuber pick.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, Gazza loves Kiwi lads.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
Fan. He's never once said like, I really love Tony's videos. Never. He's just always like, he's never mentioned Squidge. Like he's all about Kiwi lads for sure.
Champion.
I think it's just because with that, like we're just everywhere because we do like 12-hour days. So it's like no matter what, you're gonna get some sort of recommendation. Maybe.
Like YouTube's algorithm must be learning about what he's looking at now. Like he was really surprised. Like I've been doing the channel since 2018. He didn't watch my videos, I think, until last year when his phone like suggested it to him, and he was like, "Oh shit, son, you're on YouTube," and I was like, "Yeah, Dad." It's been a thing for a while, but it was more real for him once it got suggested on his actual phone. So.
Yeah, but apparently the Kiwi lads have been in his algo for a while. Yeah.
I think it's probably because he watches Kiwi lads. It probably suggested me.
What does he watch though? Does he watch like Mark doing Hamish doing like preview videos, or does he watch the live stream?
Yeah, because he says he doesn't like really long content, so he must just watch like the videos rather than the live streams because he complains about our podcast being too long.
Yes, he does. He gave me. What did he describe me as? Unusual.
Unusual, yeah.
He said I was unusual. Guilty.
Anyone who does want to see whether or not the 2 cents gets distracted podcast is too long, you can find it on YouTube, also on Spotify or anywhere you get your podcast.
There you go.
What a plug.
Exactly. That's why we're here.
We're going to hit our targets this month, Mark, after that. Woo!
Definitely.
Great
I can
stuff.
feel it in my bones.
We should really give... you know who we gave a plug to on the podcast? And we got her from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got her from... I think she was on 35. I think... What is she on now? Should we have a look?
We can Google. I am subscribed. We'll go like this, and we'll go like where are we? This.
He's on 62 now. Great.
You're too quick. I was still trying to spell.
Her streams are hilarious. I only watched like 10 minutes of one, just like on delayed, like the one against the Chiefs, and it was just hilarious. She's like a sailor.
Yeah, just wears like anything. They must get
Yeah,
sure.
She kind of reminds me of Gazza, but when Gazza was like, I don't know, in his 40s, and I was a child, just like hearing my dad just swear blue murder at the TV, and I was like, wow, that's how you support a rugby team.
She's I commented on another one of her live streams the other day, and it was just her playing a game with somebody else or something. So she does gaming content too, it looks like.
Okay.
And I said, did you see yourself? She was like, yeah, it was awesome, yeah. But she did mention that I called her like 14 or 15. She's 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you get to our age, you see someone who's like 24, and you're like, what are you, 12?
Exactly. That's what I said to her. I said, I'm just old. I've got bad eyes.
Yeah,
Out of
basically.
curiosity, Mark, how old do you think I am?
It's going to be 62, 63, something like that.
Mid-20s?
Mid-20s? Okay. Not a mile off. I am 23. Yes.
Oh, that's close.
I think I've aged quite a bit since doing late night live
I
streams.
think because you do facial hair.
Mm.
Gives you adds a couple of years, I guess.
If only I could grow an actual beard like Tony.
You can grow an actual beard. Can you?
Not really, no. I try.
No, I
like this
can't.
is one of the other Kiwi lads. He grows a great beard. You know.
Oh wow.
It was very quick.
What?
You get that up. You can stay there.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
That's
Apparently
quite a lot.
they've changed the whole outlet, the screen or your abilities within StreamYard, Mark, which are very exciting.
That's cool because it used to be quite like you had a few options and you just got to pick one. Like when I used to use it.
Yeah, see, now I've got all sorts that I can boom us there or boom us there, or you want the scoreboard? Boom, there it is next to you.
Nice, 59 now. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't show that too much if we've got any MOANA Pasifika supporters.
Getting an absolute pumping. All right, well, Mark, here we go, the holy trinity of YouTube.
Sorry,
what did it say? The holy trinity of YouTubers. Jeez.
That's a high praise.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy's good value. Sammy's always got something good to say in the comments. I like Sammy.
Hamish is Mark the father.
It's his big V8 show, not Sammy.
All right. I'll take
what?
I'm the Holy Spirit. Oh, there we go.
I feel like you are kind of the father of rugby on YouTube, Mark. You know, like you like the experience. You've been there, done that. You got your wisdom.
Yeah, I don't know how to react to that.
I think you should be outraged.
Okay.
React with outrage.
Wait, how old are you, Mark, compared to me?
I'm
probably not old enough.
38.
You're not 38, you numpty. You're 39.
Am I 39?
You're 39. You were born in 1983, yeah?
Had to have me when you were 14.
Oh, shit, I am 39.
You are 39.
I lied at rock climbing. I wrote that I was 38 because you have to give your age. I'm old enough that I forget how old I am.
You're 39.
Shit, yeah, I am. I am going to be 40 this year. Oh, that's a bit scary.
You are going to be 40 this year, my dude. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
A quick couple memes that are left.
On street tonight. Nothing to enjoy the game. I think the Reds game's already started, but I'm still here. So what can I say?
Yeah. Were you going to be live streaming it? Hopefully.
No. I was thought about it, but I was like, nope. I'm tired. I'm an old man. Just going to sit and have a cup of tea.
Watching the URC tonight, I assume.
I'll watch whatever's on in the morning. Yeah, the URC gets really good ratings, at least on my channel, compared to the Super Rugby. So I will probably do a review of the Reds and Rebels game before I go to bed tonight, and it'll get 400 views.
You will do a review of it?
I think so.
Do you do reviews of games, Hamish?
We used to do a few for the sevens, but I always found with sevens it was so tricky because you've got like a 2-hour stint in between like the next big final. So like if you do a preview, you're pretty much throughout that whole 2-hour patch doing a preview. Like because if you do, let's say 12 hours of sevens, there's no breaks in between because you're still editing those next ones.
You do 12 hours straight of sevens.
Yeah. Our most that we've done, including sevens, I think over a 30-hour period, we were live for 24.
Jesus.
Something like that.
That's
why I look like I'm 37.
That is fucked. I don't know how to swear about that. That's outrageous. Dude, you're gonna kill yourself, man. That's
don't do that. Make sure you sleep.
Yeah. Sleep is good, isn't it? Although I'm getting very good at like sleeping during the day, which probably isn't a good thing, but like I'm very good at like going to sleep or lying in bed and then like maybe 2 minutes later I'm asleep.
Do you get delirious during that period? Like your mind must do funny things.
I mean, every once in a while on a late night live stream, like you can tell that I've got to a certain point of tiredness because when I get to a certain point of tiredness, it's like I'm drunk. Like, I
That's
start
what scientists
saying
can do to you.
some silly things, but like not bad silly things, just like random sentences.
Hmm.
I remember the hardest stream was South Africa versus England on that last match of that massive international day, because I had played cricket during the day, so I got up early for that. Then we streamed, I think it was about 6 international games in a row, and I forgot what happened in that South Africa-England second half. I think I was just in autopilot sitting here going, someone said something in the chat.
Fran's not helmet. Red's just scored. Let's cut him down the middle. There we go. Oh, this is a good
what?
one.
2 cents was last year marks. Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a good
Now,
one.
Junaid was admiring Tony's eyes. Have you ever looked deep into Tony's eyes, Mark?
I can't do it. He's like the Medusa. I'm worried I'll be turned to stone.
Ah, okay. They're kind of bluish grey.
Mm.
What's a trout?
Bluish grey. Trout. I've trout eyes.
I caught a trout the other week, which is quite surprising.
And then you go look at it and go, "Yeah, looks like Tony."
Well, now I do. But no, it's now gone. It's dead.
Mark, you'd be very surprised to know that I'm having a sneaky drink.
That's not like you.
I know it's not like me at all.
I'm definitely going to bring back some Chinese liquor for you to try.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get munted on a live stream, are we? On that, are we?
Yep. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
He's not.
So you're in China for a month.
Yes.
And while he's in China, I'm going to Malaysia.
Wow.
Mm.
So when does your month start? Because I better not accidentally book flights for Auckland while you're away.
Yeah, the 30th, I think. It's next Thursday I'm leaving.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually end of
I'm
April.
leaving to go to Malaysia on the 20th of the month. So I'm back on the 2nd of May.
Okay, I think we're back the same day. I might see you in the airport.
I'll see you at the airport.
Be nice, a nice reunion.
We'll do a high five. We'll see each other across the terminal and just be like, Mark! Tony!
I feel like that's what you'll be doing.
My rock climbing buddy tried to give me a high five after I climbed what he thought was kind of a tricky wall, and then we didn't really get it on point. It was kind of a half, it was one of those awkward ones where it didn't quite connect properly, and then it kind of became like a semi-handshake. It didn't.
And then you got to decide whether or not you admit that went wrong and go for the second one, or whether you just leave it on that.
We just kind of left it on that kind of.
I often, when I have a bad handshake like that, I make a point of going, "That was awful. Can we redo this?"
Sometimes it's better to actually call it out, right?
To acknowledge it, but like that was disgusting. Or even like sometimes like with a relative or something like that, you can find like an auntie or something or a friend you haven't seen for a while. You do the hug, but then you like go and someone goes for the kiss on the cheek, and someone goes for doesn't quite know that's happening, and then goes for the half hug. Someone's going for the full hug. Cheeks. Yeah, then you just end up just doing something awkward, and I always say that was awkward.
I can imagine you, Tony, like trying a high five, not working. You'll be like, let's try that again. And then you just like to your auntie or someone, just do like the full on just.
Yeah, I do that. Can I give you a good life hack for high fives? One of the worst feelings in the world is going for a high five and someone not quite noticing and just being left there. Well, what do you do with your hand? Like, but the best thing to do with it is just bring it in. That's my one. So you go for the high five. No one goes from it, and then just bring it in.
What are you celebrating for that? Like, what
just
scenario are you in?
It just makes you feel like
it might work if you're near a truck.
There's nothing worse. It's the bringing it down and being like, oh, I have to bring it down in defeat. But bringing it reframing it from defeat to being like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm awesome. Like you're just taking the power back. That's essentially it. And it makes it look funny as well.
I've had it a few times at cricket where you go for a high five and you're just kind of sitting there. I just kind of do it with my other hand. I just then I just put it back down.
The old self clap.
Yeah.
There we go.
Some lady waved to me the other day when I was like walking my son to school. This like van drove by and the lady was like, ah! I waved back. And then I had to turn around to see is anyone behind me. And there was someone behind me, but quite far away. So I'm not sure if she was waving to that person. Like, she's got some bloody good eyes if she was waving to that person. I don't know who she was.
Like a tinted window dark van? Because if it was,
I
maybe
just I just didn't recognize who she was. Maybe I knew her.
Maybe she was just a massive 2 Cents fan.
Maybe.
What percentage of your
some guy took a selfie with me today, actually, at the old Chemist Warehouse.
Hey. Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Falcone. It's the second time I've seen him. I remember his name. I was like, hey, Falcone, we talked a bit of Super Rugby. He's like, do you mind if we take a photo?
See,
You're
we had
global superstar. That's what he is.
We had an awkward encounter with our first person who recognised us or recognised me as the Kiwi lads because we went to the Timaru or Highfield New World, a bit fancy.
Yeah.
After I got lost, so it took me probably about an hour to get to somewhere that should have taken 5 minutes because I somehow ended up in a park. But after that, we ended up seeing him, and he was like, "Oh, you Kiwi lads, aren't you?" And we were like, "Yep, yeah, that's us." Normally don't leave the lounge, and then right when he was about to leave, because he was like, "Good stuff, keep on going. Might watch some Super Rugby," and then George was there, so George always knows how to make a scenario either more awkward or more exciting. So as the guy was walking away, George was like, "You wouldn't happen to want a photo, would you?" The guy was like, "Yeah, okay."
Oh, nice.
I like it when the quote unquote celebrity is the person who asks for the
asking for the photo. Oh man.
I think I have that picture.
That's gold. Some bemused looking guy.
Okay.
Broke the ice. But he did look like the classic
the Red
Kiwi.
scored again, by the way. The Red scored again.
Again, have they got two now?
I better turn that game on.
Wow.
Here it is. The New World car park picture. I look like I'm very happy.
What I see right there is 3 people from the South Island. Just straight
can't I
off.
see that picture?
He's got a mullet. Can you not see it? Wait up. Can you see this one?
I can see the stadium. Next to me. That's
you
the
can't
stadium.
see this picture that's currently being shown.
Can you not see
you and
it?
Tony making out?
No, this is.
That's just the stadium. That's the stadium.
What if I go like this and then like this? I guess.
Stadium.
Can you see?
There you go.
Now. Yep. So you can see those.
Yep.
That's quite upsetting. And then
nice.
Yeah, there's
nice.
Portrait. So that's outside of a liquor store.
Right. And what has he got there? It's got a little bit of. Oh, I don't like him already. Just
bluebird chicken chips.
It's got really salted.
No, that's chicken. That's chicken.
Chicken. Oh, that's worse.
Sour Patch Kids, I can see in there as well.
Chicken's okay.
No, I don't like chicken chips.
Yeah. Is it the brand or is it just in general? Salt and vinegar is great until you eat a whole bag and then your tongue goes
burns.
Numb and white.
I like that feeling. Oh, here we go.
Also got a picture with a man from Chile. Well, actually, he's living in Chile. His name's Hamish, and he gave me this kit.
Is he paused for you?
You'll be very happy about the Chile International kit.
Oh, try time.
Is everyone still here?
I can only see the 3 of you lot with your photo.
Well, I can see it.
So you can you see the middle photo or not the middle photo?
No, he can't.
Maybe because maybe I have to turn my phone like that. No, it's just one photo.
No?
Okay, I don't know. Maybe probably because I'm on a phone.
Can you see it now?
This sounds like an eye test. Can you see this one? And can you see this one? Yeah, now I can see the. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice blue jersey.
Jesse,
rugby kit.
As soon as he says a rugby jersey, the Kalen Doris just goes boom.
Exactly.
Yeah. The thing is, though, this was taken near our main street.
Tasty, very nice little try, by the way, for the Rebels now.
Oh no, getting back into it. That was taken on our main street, and there's no one in our town in terms of big numbers. Our population's 4,000. So people thought that I was some sort of football signing. That I had just been signed up for a club, and I had my kit up ready to go.
Nice.
That's good.
Nah,
I've never been recognized out in public like you two big superstars.
You'll
I feel
get
like
there, mate.
eventually you should sell hats like yours with like a distracted logo on the side.
Like one of
Like your
You know, at
classic
any
like one
time-
from old times.
There you go.
Yeah. Get a bit of that
Yeah.
going.
That's
That
the
looks
look.
worn. It looks like you've worn that quite a bit, that one.
Yeah, this is an older one. I quite like the worn. Look. Oh,
I've realised I've still got a massive Isaac behind me.
cock.
Hey?
Realize I've still got a massive cock. That makes me feel good about myself. Is that what you're wanting to say?
No,
I reckon
no.
I reckon that's your deal, mate. I reckon you've got just a giant piece, but you've just got a great product, but not the best sales and marketing department. I think that's your problem.
Okay.
So,
So how would you recommend I improve on that?
should we do
Mark's
a role play?
regretting joining in.
I think I gotta go watch the rugby.
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys next time.
See you later, Mark.
All
Thank
right,
you
Mark.
for coming.
See you tomorrow, Tony.
See you tomorrow, mate.
Cheers for having me on, Hamish, mate.
No worries. We have to do it again sometime.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you,
Yeah.
champ. Oh, mate. So, what's your Are you meant to be live streaming this game?
Nah.
You didn't actually put it on.
No, I wasn't going to be doing this one, mainly because I was thinking I was going to need to sleep earlier before the Bulls.
Yeah. All right, go.
But
sleep.
I wasn't going to sleep yet, though. I'll have to watch a movie of some sort.
Yes, you should. But look, I feel like I've overstayed my welcome. But look, what a pleasure it was to spend some time with you. Great product. Bad sales and marketing department. I think that's the issue. In terms of you've got a good sales and marketing department. You just don't go outside to that's your sales, getting outside the door.
See, I've got a bit of a tan though. Like on my
That's
arm. Like
that's
that's
for the cricket.
tanned. But then like you go up here and there's literally this is getting a bit sexual.
Oh, jeez. Look at these guys.
PG-13. You can see the line.
Oh yeah, you've got a real farmer's tan, don't you?
And then after that, there's another line about there.
What's the second line from?
It's kind of like a traffic light. It's kind of from when I half got burnt. You can't really see it too well there, but you can see the clear, distinctive line of there, can't you? How it's tanned, and then I'm not tanned, unfortunately.
You're frozen there,
But I'm
champ.
white as. Am I? Did you get me frozen while I was flexing?
You're frozen while they're getting the big guns out. It was great. The gun show was going on. All right, champ. I was actually going to do a video tonight, but I don't think I'm going to now. But that's okay.
You could instead watch disc. Oh, do you still want to watch disc golf together?
What, disc golf?
Disc golf.
Disc golf. I'll watch your disc golf video. Go put it on.
All right. This has just become. I can't believe we've still got more than 20 people on the stream
Yeah,
watching
incredible.
us, just chilling. So
Shoot the
thank you all
shit.
very much for tuning in throughout this live stream. It's hugely appreciated. We've been going for 2 hours 52 minutes. I want to say that this is probably almost the longest Super Rugby live stream we've had.
She's a long one. So someone
Now
can join and be like, "Oh, I didn't realize that game was still going," and then be like, "What are these idiots doing?"
Right. What we're going to do is we're going to put me in one corner.
The Rebels are charging back into this.
Are they?
Mm.
That's good because they were out of it a little bit, weren't they?
Mm.
So what is the score currently for anyone who is wondering? Tony?
7 points to 14. Reds are ahead. But the Rebels just have a penalty, which they've drilled into the corner. Now they're going for setting up the line out 5 meters out.
God. So more than likely a try, or
We'll see. We'll see if they can execute. Ball goes up. Maul goes down. Seems to be formed pretty well. All players going to ground already. There's a penalty advantage. See, I'm doing your job.
You are. You're doing a great job as well.
There we go. The Maul still. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
We'll go like this. Can you hear? That's probably the main thing. Did you hear me say right?
No, say do it again.
Wait up. I'll turn up the volume. How do you do that? That one. Hopefully it's not too loud.
Who filmed it?
My mum helped, but I also had the GoPro here.
Oh, yeah.
The video. And hi, says Ellie. Welcome in. Doing well. And 14-7 after 23.20 minutes. You got very specific. Right. Can you hear this?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll fix that. We'll go like this. We'll go to Chrome tab, share the audio. Booyah. Thank you.
Booyah.
And now we go like that. Bang, go. You ready to go, ladies and gentlemen? This is an exclusive. It's already up on the channel, but no one watched it. So ready?
Oh.
Go. 3, 2, 1. Let me know if you can hear it.
Right. George loves the spank.
That's an interesting first sentence to start us off.
What did you say? So do it again. I heard something and I was just...
George loves a spank.
Right. George loves the spank. Hey?
He does.
Yeah.
Is it clear
wow.
for you? Is it like decent
A little
enough?
bit. It's a little choppy.
A little choppy. I don't know how to fix that, Tony. I'll be honest with you.
He does love a spank. Oh, here we go. They're going to try it.
It's lagging. Says your name. Right. We'll try it for a couple seconds, see if it works itself out. If it doesn't, then you will just have to all watch it on the channel.
Yeah, go watch it on the channel.
This looks bad if this was at a different angle, Tony.
How many views did it actually get?
135, I think it's sitting.
Shit.
Somewhere around there. Which
Why
probably
is it
isn't bad for disc golf.
Yeah, maybe. Well, me freaking talking absolute nonsense. Oh, there we go.
There we go. I went for it a little bit because or else it looked like I was saluting, and you know about Schindler's List earlier on. Can't really go back on that, right? Right, here we go.
Yeah.
What?
What you got, man?
George was putting loud beats.
I really did.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Same
Oh,
sort
wow.
of area.
You guys look like you know what you're doing.
Congratulations, well done.
Well done. Don't forget to grab your rest of your
Handshake, like we were talking about.
that's one of them.
Yeah.
Sure
Also,
does
the
look like
bucket
you.
hat. It was a choice. I decided it would be a good idea to, like, I've already got a GoPro strapped to me, so who's going to judge me for having a bucket hat if I've got like a camera at a
I
park?
think
you know?
the zebra print's the more dramatic part of the thing. But hey, here we go. Now, what is
You know? Oh, she's got dirt on it.
What's your question, Tony?
No, play it. I'll shut up and I'll listen.
That would have looked inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm a mid-ranger. I wonder if you could...
Yeah, probably.
Here we go. You know, I wouldn't try that.
How many holes are there?
He's got a very infectious laugh, doesn't he?
You're
George?
doing them all.
George, it's distinctive, you know it's
Yes.
him when you hear it.
Yes, you do. It's a bit like old Billy T. James. You even know who Billy T. James is?
I do, yes.
He sounds a bit like him. No one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite high pitched, but like it's hard to replicate, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Right. You play.
I've never played disc golf. It looks like fun.
It is. I'll take some frisbees up while we're going to go.
yeah.
We're going to go bowling. We're going to go disc golfing. Watch a
Do it all.
movie. You know?
Do the whole thing.
Yeah. Be like
All
a
right.
day out with my dads, Mark and Tony.
All right, champ. They say
This
this
one.
Well, no one post. It's all you, George. Straight in there.
Oh, you've got the Mando hole.
Mando?
Oh, what does that mean? Does anyone know?
Mandatory? Oh, yeah, no, it actually does mean. So
Need a
pretty
bit
much
of information about your hole.
for this, Mando. That's mandatory that you go this.
Give it to my bud.
Now, that actually hurt quite a bit.
What, him
When
shoving a thing up your ass?
No, when I was pointing, he slammed the
Yeah, that would hurt.
Mandatory that you go
just there, just little quick brush.
mandatory that you go this.
Give it to my bud.
Oh, shot, George.
Shut, George.
Trail run. So Mando.
You play any actual golf?
A little bit. I played a little bit further back, like a few years, but I got a ball. Do you play a bit of golf? Could we go golfing as well?
Yeah, you can play some golf. I'm terrible. I'm awful at golf, but I enjoy going out. But I'm a shocker. I'm absolutely shocking at golf.
Do you think Mark's any good at golf? He's got those long levers, so he'd need like specialist clubs, wouldn't he?
No, I have no idea. I've never talked to him about golf. I wouldn't be surprised if he's never done it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's a gun too. Yeah.
I feel like he'd drive it pretty well, but maybe chipping.
Yeah,
would
if
be
you got a hold of it, shit. Yeah.
And the laugh and edits are good. It's actually, this video was completely edited by George, which is why some of the swearing later on isn't censored, because he got bored.
So he does some editing as well.
Yeah, just a little bit. He does some of the joint stuff when we do for the Kiwi Lads Entertainment. There's one video where we played Guess Who in a haunted park.
Oh,
that was a bit of fun. You'd enjoy that, I think. A bit of banter. We might have to watch it straight after this one before you go. It's pretty fun.
All right, play this one. Let's get
Here we go.
Oh. My head's covering the goal. There we go. I feel like that's his official uniform.
He wears it. Should I put you? Tell you what, we're going to go bottom corners, Tony.
All right, we're doing bottoms.
And we're going to be a bit smaller.
Yep, I can handle that.
There we go. How's that?
Look at the control you've got over this thing now.
I know, it's bloody awesome, Tony. I tell you, it's game changing. You can have like 50 layouts.
There's like 60 people in here.
The thing is, I'm terrible at aiming. So, you ready?
So they're quite small, aren't they?
Oh, no, Hamish.
Oh,
What happened?
Oh. I don't know.
Nothing. What did you say?
No, I said I said the discs are quite small, aren't they? They're not like big old frisbees.
Yeah, see, we tried it with like $1 frisbees and they just didn't go anywhere. So you spent I think the first hole with those, we did about 40 shots. So we realized we'd need something a bit different and not impressive.
These are like official.
These are from Rebel Sport for about, I think we paid $70 for each set. Like this video, budget went out the window.
You made it back though, didn't you, with the 130 views they got?
Absolutely.
Somebody donate some money. Somebody
pay for our
donate
discs.
Oh no.
That was bad.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
And I
shit.
guess you can.
oh, just about.
Comes down hard, doesn't
It
it?
does.
Like a bit of off-roading, do you?
Shit down there.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Whereabouts is this? Is
Yeah.
this near your house?
You tell it.
This is about 3-minute drive. Not-only
Oh,
Park
wow.
it's called. And fun fact, this side of the tree stump out that way is actually Not-only Park where we play cricket.
No.
You'll see that in the
That is-
GoPro footage.
That is a fun fact. The Bribbles have got up now. They've got another try. They're going from 14 down to soon they're going to be 21 to 14 up.
See, that's an interesting game because Fiji or the Drua, you don't know whether they want the Rebels to win so that stops the Reds from advancing more so they have chance of catching them. I think they want the Reds to win though so that gap separates the Rebels and the Drua just that little bit more.
Yeah, right.
You tell it what it is.
Yeah.
See you. You bad.
Oh. Makes quite a satisfying sound, doesn't it?
Yeah, the ting, you know?
Ta-ting.
Ring. He tried to take one home later on in the video. I'm glad it didn't come out of the ground or else there was proof that we did it.
You need to you need to have set the stakes for the video, like what's on the line, what the score is, all that sort of stuff. Give us a narrative.
That's the thing. If I had edited it, we probably would have had like a picture of the hole to the side and how many shots each person was on and everything. George just likes the quick and snappy.
Yeah, but quick and snappy is good, but just you still got to give context. That's all. No, I think it's a good video, but that would have been great. Little context.
It's good advice. I shall pass it on to George.
Yeah,
He will be mad. No, he won't.
I'm sure George will be like, yeah, whatever. Hang on.
Par 3 again. It's called the Headless Horseman.
Someone must have come down here with a horse and someone hit it with a disc. And now
Chopped
it's a
his head.
headless horseman.
Straight off the top.
You know? Silly old man.
Must be you, George.
Oh, pussy.
Pussy. It was upside down.
Yeah,
Your
I know.
mum
I
called
gave
you
you.
a pussy. Your mum called you a
Nice.
pussy.
That's because she
Hey.
wanted me to hit George because he was behind the tree. But
All right. All right. Thanks, Mum. Pussy.
Kira said, I'm hoping you're going to be on for the Glasgow game. Not Glasgow, sadly, but we will be doing Bulls versus Ulster at 8:30 a.m. So that is the next game that we've got. But yeah, URC, other than that, we're going to be missing. But my mum, I think it's one of those ones that because she's been around us for so long doing live streams and stuff, she just now is like used to being one of the
She's
boys.
one of the Kiwi lads. She's one of the Kiwi lads.
Yeah. So she'll just
Mum.
she'll drop F-bombs and whatnot if it's
Kiwi mum.
anything bad.
Kiwi mum.
What time do Glasgow play? I think they're 2 a.m., aren't they, up against the Lions?
I wouldn't have a fucking clue.
Come on, Tony. You know these things.
I don't. I do not. I
I
know
was
that
wrong.
Leinster-
By the
Who
way.
the Stormers? Did the Stormers win this morning?
No. Drew.
Oh, fuck. That's a big result. No one's beaten. It's a 14 game run or something. Leinster were on, were they?
15. Yeah, good.
Oh, wow.
Kind
So
of. It was anticlimactic. I did a video saying that the streak was going to come to an end. And then it didn't. Well, it kind of did, but it didn't. So it's like,
It did. The streak ended. The
Yeah.
winning streak ended.
oh, you guys are still going. We're watching Frisbee golf 2 cents. If you're keen and you're not too busy watching the rugby, we don't mind having it back on.
I'm
gonna
watching
watch
this.
it.
And that. I'm watching this. And I've got to go. But they get this.
Mm.
I've got to watch. I'm watching. I said I'm going to watch the rest of this. It's been a. I think that these courses are quite. They look quite difficult, Hamish.
They do, yeah. Somehow we didn't get one stuck in a tree, though, which I think is more impressive than anything. Lol, I am
Yeah.
watching rugby. That's pretty much, if you hear 2 cents in a chat, you know he's got something in terms of rugby on, whether that's
Wasn't
highlights,
this-
whether that's format.
In this game, I've been the one keeping the public updated with the rugby. Actually, I've got it on the side here.
That's true. I've got me in a bucket hat, which doesn't really, well, it looks like me, but it also doesn't.
You also
No.
look like you're wearing a bra as well, which is.
I do.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Right,
okay.
another try?
what are we-
No?
Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going.
Righty.
He's going to give you 10 bucks if you hit him. What do you mean? Oh,
Oh, into the tree. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was going to hit something in the tree.
You don't want to
Oh,
lose
no,
these.
that's
do you?
bloody brilliant, Hamish. Wow!
So you got to be really careful on the
Yeah,
angle
George.
you do and all sorts, don't you?
Oh,
Yeah, everything just sliced, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Our GoPro, is it the one that I had on? Was the GoPro Hero 9, which I've got
Right.
here. But in the cricket, we have the GoPro Hero 9 on the umpire, and then I have the GoPro 11 on my helmet.
Oh my gosh.
And then
Oh,
I have
GoPros,
my
yeah.
mum with the G7X on the sideline with the distance. I've just got the 2.
All right.
But I ended up, I've got like a pack of batteries just because like that's just needed with GoPros to play real golf. We could do. When,
Hmm.
2 cents. While you're here, you any good at golf, like actual golf? Me and Tony think you'd
Oh,
smack a long
wow.
ball.
There's another try to the Rebels there. They really turned this round from being 14 points down, 26-14 up now. That was a lovely try.
2 GoPros, man, is balling over here. Not really, no. That was pretty much the budget for the year that's coming up now. So, so that's like never played perfect. We'll verse you for money.
Help Hamish pay for it. Give him some money, everybody. Who's in the chat? He's got some cash.
I love a quiche. Yeah, the Copeland's quiche.
Oh, Copeland's is only in the South Island, I think.
We'll have to get you and Mark. Mark. No, you're not Mark. You're Tony. We'll have to get you and Mark down south, won't we? Some stage in the future.
Do you have do you talk about dagwoods? Do you know what a dagwood is?
Is it a type of tree?
Isn't it like a sandwich in the deep south where it's just basically whatever's in the fridge and you put it between a couple of pieces of bread and that's a dagwood?
I've never heard it, but I've heard of people like putting like potato chips with Vegemite or something in a sandwich.
It's just a
Like
great
cheese.
idea. Yeah.
Might go all right.
All right. What's happening next on this frisbee golf?
Right, it gets intense.
All right, okay. It picks up in intensity.
well, that's George. That's a shot on a. Oh, it's coming down. It's coming down. He's par 6.
Past 6.
102 meters.
It's quite cool having this
Do your
close to your
best
house.
to access the green.
you like my zebra hat?
Hmm? It's talking to a fantail.
All right.
Yes. It's quite nice though. They have got the 18 holes all scattered throughout there. Although the problem is the sheep a little bit. Like you don't want to hit a sheep accidentally, but it's just like such a South Island thing of there's sheep everywhere. Like
Yeah, I guess so. It's
Like,
lovely.
yeah, I once was
Is it
driving. and
18
there was a
holes? Is it 18
Yeah.
holes?
18 holes.
Far out. Here we go again. Oh, this is a hell of a game. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a bit of a cracker over here.
I feel like I'm missing a good one, aren't I?
Yeah. Spin to and fro. Freaking Amelia Kaiser should be going absolutely apeshit in this one, I'd say.
She's actually at the game as well. She took her friend Emily, who has never been to a match before.
And so
My
Emily
memory's
would
too
be like,
good in some ways.
"Mm." That is some high defined detail there. Oh, play on. All right, keep the video going.
Right.
Very much. It says make the first gap and do your best to access the green. So
Tell
your
it,
first gap is to that tree.
tell it not to tell me what to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, that's what I
I'll
was
write
saying.
that down underneath.
Yeah,
and say,
it
don't
can
You
tell
can
me.
see,
Up as far
you can
as
see
I'm
clearly my tan line as well.
concerned.
Googling.
Unfortunately,
Yes, I see it there.
It's so evident. I was looking for her, but couldn't find her stream. I just found you two jokers. Says 2 cents. Yeah, that's the case with a lot of
No.
people.
Yeah.
They're like, "Where's the
Well,
rugby knowledge?" And I'm like,
Where's Amelia right now?
"What happened to the
Where is it?
movie talk?" Well, we got through it a bit. We worked out that I still haven't seen a lot more movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of films. Pulp Fiction, never seen it.
Granda said the problem is the sheep, the most Kiwi/Welsh phrase ever. Yeah.
Who
Like,
slapped the sheep?
although on the cricket side of things, there were some rabbits that were really going for it. Like before our final, they had put their excretion everywhere. You know,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, crazy little rabbit things.
Excretion. Excretion?
That was a fun
I
word,
can't say
wasn't
the
it?
word. I can't say the word. I've lost it. You ever have
No,
that?
I can't remember it now.
All right, I've got to know how this video finishes. Show me.
Dendrology.
Donation for 5 new memes of Mark
Woohoo!
Jonestar. That was from Milo. Milo's the same fellow, isn't he, as Junaid?
Wow, is that the same guy?
Yeah, I believe Milo D Cake. Milo is Junaid, says 2 cents. He's just filled us in. Thank you very much, Junaid.
Good on you, Junaid.
I can just see
Or
my head
Milo
over
D
it, can't I?
Cake. Fair enough.
It's like me looking through windows and whatnot. Just, you know?
Good one.
Thank you. Right, here we go.
Better things to
Dendrology meaning the scientific study of trees. There you
that
go.
would make sense.
That would, wouldn't it?
Trees everywhere, isn't
Yeah.
there?
That's one. Oh God, he almost went down. Oh golly gosh, this is
Steaming
a
right.
bit of a trek.
Oh, shit on.
Oh, there's a stick in me bum.
If you can't see Hamish, he's that blue dot in the trees.
Just put it down the middle, bud.
Yeah.
Easy as you like.
Oh, he's going for the.
I'm going mid-range.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was a disaster.
See, my mum's just got used to us being weird and she just kind of goes with it now, which is cool because any other person's mum or most mums would be like,
I'm not doing this.
I'm not filming this.
Yeah.
I wish George
That's
fell
good.
over. We once played hide and seek at the same park. Fun fact. Back in the day, me, George, and Daniel, we all had our cameras. It's actually a video that never went out. George did drop to the ground. He tried to run and straight down, but
Oh,
sadly
wow.
my camera was facing the ground. But you see his angle of him just running and then right down.
Should have uploaded it.
I'm trying to watch the Reds game and yet keep getting distracted by you guys with frisbee smacking each other's asses. Says Deuce.
Yeah, and that's got nothing to do with my kind of distracted either. I'm not taking responsibility.
But if you do enjoy getting distracted by sports, be sure to check out Tony on the Distracted Sports YouTube channel.
Woo! What a
Woo!
place!
If anyone in the chat doesn't mind getting memed, I may include Yol in the meme too, says Janae. Janae's on fire with the memes. Hey,
Smashing them out. Smashing them out.
why do I look like some sort of like Sasquatch or something? You know, something
You want to look
don't
like a
even see-
Sasquatch.
No, I just look like I'm like it just looks like I don't have a head and it's just a bucket hat. You know?
So your mid-range one from there, but
Are you telling me how to do my job?
no.
Oh, I'm at home.
You can take it home. You just
Eucalyptus guards. What's the briefing, Hamish?
well, there's a eucalyptus
I
there.
think we should invade
that-
Australia. Try your mid-range, man.
Well, you're not going to win hitting it like that, are you?
That
That's
doesn't count, man. It's your one there. Hamish, where you going, man?
My frisbee's here.
Today.
Is this a mating ritual?
Oh, jokes, butter.
That way.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I've kind of lost one
Oh,
out, but I want to try another one like that.
Go
But
on.
but then again, there's a
There you go. Do that, George. What is it?
The thing is, we hit every tree. Like,
Every
there
single
are
one.
gaps. And somehow we still hit every single one. You remember as a
Right.
champ? I mean, my mum loves, but I don't know about filming play frisbee golf kind of love. Says 2 cents. Yeah, she's filmed us doing some weird stuff. She's filmed us soda streaming milk. Like, and all sorts of weirdness. But that's kind of fun. She's been in a couple videos. She's actually been in gaming ones before.
She's she's the official cameraman.
She is. Right, that's the hole there, just for reference, just right there in the middle.
Right.
For reference, the hole's over there to the side.
All right, so that's you. You've gone well off there.
Just a bit, yes.
where the are you going?
Hey, George, if I get this in, do I win?
Absolutely. You get that only once.
Oh,
Oh,
that's close.
Oh, well.
oh, we got an ad.
We've got an ad. AEW.
Watch it. Watch it.
Oh, they'll get me copyrighted, won't they, the cheeky boys?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
We'll go like that. So that is Frisbee Golf. Anyone who wants to rewatch that, if you love watching weird stuff, be sure to check out that video. She's been memed before.
That was great,
Yes,
mate.
mate.
That was great. Just a touch of narrative would have made it all come together, I reckon. Just what is it? What are we doing? What are the stakes? Track it. And that would have been awesome. But it was good. You guys are very funny together. And your mom's a fucking legend.
She is. She's put up with a lot of stuff in terms of having to film random like things, but she always does it. Like at the cricket, like she'll come down to watch the cricket because I hadn't played cricket for 10 years before doing like those GoPro videos pretty much.
Yeah.
And so now she's happy that she gets to come down and watch me play cricket, and she'll just hold a camera and like film what happens. Like I've got the moment on camera that I
What a
did
star.
this.
a star.
Unfortunately, I dropped a catch, Tony. That's the worst thing about it.
Oh no. How was it an easy catch?
It was a bit tricky. It was drifting away, and I still feel like I should have been able to claim it, but it just ran from me.
That feeling when you drop a catch sucks, doesn't it?
I have it often. Yeah. I went from not dropping a catch for the first like 3 games, mainly because no one hit the ball to me, to then
Yeah.
dropping 2 catches in one match, then dropping another one in the next match. And then like I actually caught one, and I caught and bowled someone, Tony. It was absolutely fantastic. Guess what? No one filmed it.
Oh no.
Like, it
And
was
it's
actually
It's a great feeling when you catch a screamer and you look at your hands and the ball's in there and you're like, how did that happen?
and it was a screamer. I bowled a leggy. I was bowling offies pretty much, and then went with the leggy. He chipped it down the ground, and it was a one-handed jump, one hand, poached it, and then just kind of went, yep, good. I got to bowl
So
1 over.
Oh.
Angry. I can't get angry, though. That doesn't work for me, sadly. How do I get
The
angry?
I try not to get angry very often. How do you get angry? I think you just simmer for an that I'm so angry. Yeah, look at that. We're a couple of angry guys. Just a couple of angry dudes. I'm so angry. This is really pissing me off. I get angry sometimes at referees, I think. I do.
You get angry when you got the wrong bottle of wine?
No, but I make sure I get the right bottle. All right, mate. Well, look, I've got to go, and you've got to get some sleep, my dude.
Quickly before you do, I don't want to keep you for too much longer. Don't want to keep you distracted, but we have got 6 more memes from Junaid.
Okay.
Close out the evening if you are keen.
All right, Mark, you're there. We're gonna watch these things. Are you there in the comments, Mark?
First meme from Junaid.
And what's that? Q Lad stream, rugby enthusiast, 2 cents. Yeah, that's what it is. Just sends you down that. Very good. Very good.
Okay, that's a good first one. Warming us up.
Oh, yeah, new version.
We have that quite a bit. Like, I've noticed, though, with Southern Hemisphere games, people are a lot more chill about it. Like, we can talk, like, that whole second half, we hardly mention the game, but everyone's like, nah, it's all good. We're just listening. Whereas when I did it for the Six Nations, if you don't talk about the game for 10 seconds, the chat turns on you. And they just go like, why aren't you talking about the game? Talk about the game. Where is it on the field? You goose.
Yeah. No, that's what I got, because I only did a couple. I did the I think I did 2 by myself, and they were South Africa All Black games, which are pretty they take them seriously, don't they? And I'm not a good fucking like play-by-play guy, and I was just chatting about, like, I wasn't very much into the game, but I wasn't keeping people updated as to what was exactly happening on the pitch. It's just not my jam. Yeah, there's.
I love putting up that and seeing the picture. By the way, it's just like a legend's come to live amongst us, isn't it?
Yeah, talk something else.
Or get a guitar out,
or a ukulele. In some cases,
we're going to do a ukulele song together at some point, don't we?
Do you want me to sing you "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star"?
Yeah. Absolutely, Tony. You just get that one started. Here we go.
No. I feel like that year was not a genuine year. It was a
very keen, Tony. I'm ready to get twinkled all the way.
Twinkle. Okay, give me more of these memes.
Okay, you're gonna hit me with a sneak attack of Twinkle Twinkle.
Yeah.
It's a goose.
Like the stream. There we go.
It's good though, because some people do forget. I forget to ask people to like and subscribe.
You're too funny. That was a good run.
This one. Now that could be taken into a different context.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be stretching that into a meme.
Although in this context. And then the last one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Mark?
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah. Those are the memes. Right, we're going to close out on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Okay. Twinkle,
twinkle. So we do thank you all very much for... No, I'm sorry. I can't do that to Tony again. He's still going.
Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. There you go.
That was
Good on you,
beautiful.
mate. Beautiful.
That was brutal, says 2 Cents Rugby. It was. We did it a bit earlier on. The fact that you kept going, though.
Mark, you can grab a spoon and eat my asshole, pal. How's that?
How about we clip that and upload it?
All right. Good on you, champ.
Well, thank you very much for being here, Tony. Sure,
Thank
we'll
you.
do it in the future again. I enjoyed our co-commentary on the half.
Yes.
Maybe we have to
yes.
try and get that
Give it
going.
another bash. Give it another bash. Let's talk about your other content sometimes as well. We can sharpen it up. Make some nice edges.
Shall we do a business meeting with me, you, and 2 cents, and we could all wear ties?
Yes, absolutely. I think that would make it very official.
Mhm.
Very official. All right. Hooroo, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, buddy.
No worries. We've been going for 3 hours, 24 minutes. The Rebels
flew by.
versus Reds game is almost over.
Halftime.
Halftime change the lights. Nice.
All right,
Daniel.
mate, well,
Hello, Daniel. Sorry.
All right, I'll let you say goodbye to your mates. Your people.
Alrighty. It's
See you,
been
champ.
good to see you.
Good on you, champ.
Do it
See you,
again
bud.
sometime.
Ta-da. Bye-bye.
That was our thing. Yeah, good. Oh, well. Tony's left, ladies and gentlemen. It was good to have him on. Good to have Mark on as well. He is in the chat. But yeah, that was a bit of a different live stream to some of the others. I feel like the people who have stuck around, you get to see some behind the scenes that you never would have seen had you not been here at this time, because I don't think many people will go back to watch it after the chat part. Yeah, good. So words are hard now, but the next live stream that we have got, it is going to be the Bulls taking on Ulster. That will be at 8:35 a.m. Oh, this was a stream. It was. I enjoyed when I said that I hadn't seen Predator and Mark told me to F off. It was quite fun. I feel like that's one of my biggest accomplishments, to be honest. Sad, Will, but I did also get that trophy for my Gaza favorite YouTuber, so that is one to look at as well. But nonetheless, like I mentioned, we've got the live stream tomorrow. That is happening in the morning. Bro, watch Predator. I'll have to. Maybe when we're in Auckland. Or well, you're always in Auckland, other than when you're in China, of course. But when you're in Auckland, me, you, and Tony get to the chopper. Wait, that's a different movie, isn't it? I think. That's old Arnold. Oh, wait, is that in the same thing? Is Terminator and Predator... Am I going to dig myself a hole here? Is Mark going to start swearing at me? Is Predator and Terminator at all related? Does that require a meme? Maybe, says Junaid. Yeah. Terminator, I know he's got Get to the Chopper, and I'll be back. But is he Predator live reaction? That would be actually a lot of fun. I don't think we'd be allowed to do it on YouTube, but either doing it on either Discord or Patreon, me, you, if you can, and Tony, all do like movie watch-alongs every once in a while. And they both have Arnie, otherwise no. Ah, okay. See, I wouldn't have guessed that Predator had Arnold in it, which I probably should have. But of course, I've seen 5 movies. The fact that I can't say that I've completed the Toy Story series as well makes it a little bit worse. Like, I still haven't watched 4 of that one. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Thank you all very much for being here for 3.5 hours of a live stream of a game that was 59-0 in favour of the Hurricanes, which I think is one of the more one-sided scores that we will see throughout Super Rugby. But hopefully it does go onwards and upwards for MOANA Pasifika. I believe their next week's game, I've just realised I just keep talking. I could probably sit here and talk for another 30 minutes, but I won't put you all through that. The next game for MOANA Pasifika, they are going to be playing next week up against, it's the Highlanders. So the Highlanders starting to find some form. Moana struggling a little bit, so we'll see how that ends up going. Also next week, Crusaders versus Reds, Chiefs versus Blues. That'll be a good game. Also Force versus the Hurricanes, Brumbies, Waratahs, and Fiji and Drua taking on the Rebels. Probably a must-win, although the way that they are going at the moment, the Rebels leading 26 points to 14 over the Reds. Setting up for a very good game. And Waven, you like the stream 2 Cents Rugby, and he's already done it. Not only has he liked it, but he has cemented his spot on it. Well, when he was here earlier on in the stream. Nonetheless, Canes says Kerr. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get to see Kerr in the morning one, although for Malaysia, that will actually be at like 3 a.m. So maybe we won't see you for that one. But the night after, we are doing South Africa versus West Indies T20. That will be starting at 1 a.m. New Zealand time, going through to about 4:30 a.m. As I like to call it, close to lunchtime in that case. But it is actually now lunchtime for myself. It's 10:30. Had me breakfast earlier on. Now it's lunch. Thanks for the stream, Age today. No worries at all. And thank you all very much for tuning in through the memes and through the chatter, the movie talk. We're definitely going to have to get some movies under the belt. The thing is, I'll probably end up just watching Forrest Gump again. Watch a movie that I've already seen. That normally doesn't progress anything, though, on my movie knowledge. We're going to have to do a movie quiz, actually, at some point in the future. Cheers, Aaron. Cheers, 2 cents. Thank you very much. Coming on, Mark. Absolute legend. And, yeah, if we don't get to catch up before you go to China, hopefully it all goes well for you over there. You are able to get your streaming and everything set up and you enjoy your time while you're over there. Nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you don't enjoy, if you haven't already, sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning for the Bulls versus Ulster. We'll see you all for the next one.